Hello, folks, and hey, Barry. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. I'm Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates, Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay.
All right,
we got a fun guest in today, sitting in with us. I've not officially met you till just now.
Just did. Trey.
Yes,
just
Trey
in case.
Kennedy.
I don't know.
Trey. This is Trey Kennedy, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I thought
Appreciate
it was
man.
John Christ.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Just right now, figure out that wasn't John.
Yeah. Hey, that's all
He's
good.
been waiting about 2
more
years
talented.
for that. Yeah. I was with John this weekend.
I just did his pod. Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Just talked about you.
Yeah.
What'd y'all do?
This week we gambled. I mean, I gambled. That sounded bad. I did. I didn't mean it like that. I'm not,
Right.
It's, we golfed. And that's what I meant to say. We were golfing.
It's a bit of a gamble on your emotions.
Yeah.
Golfing is.
We did. We
right?
play a game when we
I never
do golf.
played.
I'll tell you what. I got lit up. Chris played out of his mind this week
Oh yeah.
Really?
in golf.
He can golf.
I mean, this week I got lit up by he was making everything,
Wow.
and so he played. I mean, it's probably the best. It's the best I've seen him play. I play with him a lot, and it's the best I've seen him play. But I'm sure he'll tell everybody about it. He talked about it enough this weekend.
Yeah, Trey probably knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Surprisingly enough, he didn't mention it. I'm sure he was dying to
yeah.
talk about.
I'm sure you handled it well, Nate.
Oh, I handled it fine.
Can't imagine.
I go.
You were saying.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I've been working on comedy.
Oh yeah. I let him know. He popped on. We had him pop on to do the late shows in Vegas. So it was. Vegas was fun. It was fun. Let me read this. We got a little Nateland news. Nateland presents DC Improv Sunday, January 6th. Julian McCullough, Derek Stroop, and Joe Zimmerman. They are doing a show. One show at 7 p.m. If you want to see those guys, go see them. I'm there before that, and then I'm leaving, and they are staying because they will be with me that weekend. And then they are doing a longer set. So you can see Julian, Derek Stroop, and Joe Zimmerman Sunday, 7 p.m. DC Improv.
That's a hot show.
That is a great show. And then Dusty, 1 hour special, February 28th at the Walker Theater. Low ticket alert.
First show sold out, I think. Second show,
low
there's some
ticket alert.
tickets. Yeah. There's some tickets. But
Get those tickets and see the next big special. And then my tour starts Big Dumb Eyes. That was this weekend. Did Vegas 6 shows. We got somewhere.
Right.
We're getting somewhere. We're able to do. I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah.
I mean, I still stink right now.
Q&A's coming together.
The Q&A, I only did a Q&A. I didn't do it the last day. I was able to do an
that's
hour
cool.
without a Q&A.
That's cool.
So, which was nice. I did do a Q&A, but I think I'll still do it at some of the clubs because I think it's a fun.
It is fun for
And I
them,
won't be able to
bet.
do it. Yeah, that's what I say. I go, I think this is fun for y'all.
Selfless.
That's how I say it. Yeah, I go.
I'm doing this for
I
you people.
assume y'all have stuff that you've always wondered what No, it's but I was
how
able
do you
to
start a Q&A? What do you say?
it's not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just go I'll kind of finish one thing, then I have a closer. Man, having a closer, dude. I got a great closer.
Okay.
It's so unbelievable.
I wish I had a closer.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. You wouldn't know what to do with it if you ever had one. So,
Where does it go?
yeah, he goes, yeah. You don't know. I mean, you gotta. That's not your thing, dude. You leave on a low note. They go. No one can tell if you're about to wrap up or it's the middle. They just go.
Leave them wanting less.
Your closers, they go. I think we're about good. That's the audience.
My closer is my merch pitch.
That you would always do a merch pitch closer. God, comics would get good at merch.
I had a good merch pitch.
What was
but
yours?
it wasn't my closer, though. But I had a good merch
It
pitch.
was right before the close.
It was right
Yeah.
before the closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just would talk about my shirts, and I don't know, it was all good though. I got laughs, and it boosted the show, and
Yeah.
It used to annoy me because you had about 20 minutes on shirts and then 20 minutes on hats. And then you're like, hey, I got some hats and shirts. And you built this whole act to sell stuff, and it really worked.
Yeah, it was hot. I had a hot merch thing. I mean, I was working it.
Do you still do merch stuff now?
I do, but I don't do a pitch now.
Pitch. Okay.
It's no time.
Yeah.
Just no time
You
to
do
put it in.
Trey, do you do a pitch on the road?
I don't do
really?
a pitch. Should I?
I think a pitch is fun.
Yeah. I mean,
I was
if you can
on-
write it in, and it's
Yeah.
First time
If
Trey.
you're selling stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, I do. I did my first pitch. I got back on the road because we had a baby girl. I was in Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, congrats, everybody!
Yeah, it's a huge
Whoa.
accomplishment.
We all have
Everybody's
one.
got to. We all have one.
And I
Nothing new, Trey. Bring some new stuff to this.
2 under 2. That gives you some oohs and ahs.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. That is.
That's something.
Ooh,
That's something.
That is something.
Yeah, right.
2 under
Yeah.
2.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I had a
John was 2 under 2 first 2 holes, and I swear, is that why you brought it up?
Yeah.
Is
It's funny
that
as
why-
I'll
yeah.
have to
Yeah.
say.
All I say,
I
I
know
don't.
we started
Trey does
birdie
not
birdie.
have kids. Not married. He did that on purpose.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Trey.
But I had I launched I'm trying to do a wine thing. So I did a pitch on stage, like buy my wine. The first night I did it, it was like the most pathetic kind of like, just if you want to.
Yeah.
Your heart wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I like
But by the
I
end, I
like
was
a pitch
turning out a
like that,
little
though.
Yeah.
A pitch like that
That
is
makes you
good.
feel sorry.
Well, you're-
I'm
you're-
embarrassed to be doing this.
Well, also, it's like you're not putting it on the. I hate when a merch pitch is like making the audience feel like, oh, I guess I got to
Yes, I
support
have
this
to.
guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you want to buy it, buy it. It's good stuff. It's the best stuff you could get. I don't know why you wouldn't want
I'm
it.
doing
but
you a favor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like I say, hey, maybe you're thinking I got to go out and get a hat. Well, now you can do it tonight. You know,
Yeah. And
save yourself a trip.
and I used the kit. I'm like, I had 2 under 2, so it's a lot and it's
Yeah.
expensive.
There you go.
Mhm.
So that's why I do that.
Here's wine. It
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does. I think it's great. What are you doing in wine? What do? You started a
drink it.
wine thing?
I started, I announced it in October. It's called Basic Sellers Wine. I was just trying to, I don't know, because
You have a wine. What is that called? A wine?
Like a box wine?
vineyard?
A
A vineyard? Vineyard?
I
Vineyard?
don't-
You have a vineyard?
I don't have it. We partnered with like an existing wine
Oh,
company.
yeah,
They
yeah.
fit
You know,
Ramsey
into it.
a
It's fun.
vineyard feels like what it was initially called.
I bet it
and
was.
then as it went along, they got fancy with it.
The wine
it's
got
a
the
vineyard.
elite started
Yeah.
drinking the wine.
That's right.
and they go-
Vineyard. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's a yard
Yeah.
of vines.
It's
Yeah.
a yard of vines.
It's a great point, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like that's amazing because initially I thought that was stupid, but you were right.
That's how a lot of this works out. Yeah. Everybody, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for people to realize, maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah, but I mean,
months.
I've been here for 5 minutes.
You've been here
Yeah.
5 minutes. I'm getting better at.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So anyway, we were in Vegas and but yeah, having a closer though, dude, this is the quickest I've ever had a closer. Like that's a laid out closer. Like I don't know if it really has any other place. I'll be interested to see in a year if it's. But I can't imagine. I don't know where else it's almost. I'm scared I'm going to get tired of it too. Then because I've had it so.
Yeah, put it on the shelf for a while. You ever do that?
Yeah,
If it's already
we
good
don't
to
have,
go,
We don't have something else back there, bud. He goes, hey, we
Q&A.
ain't got something sitting back there, bud. We got,
Well, maybe
I
6
try to
months
sell
from now you
Trey's
could.
wine. Maybe I could try that, but I
It's
don't.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, I go.
Basic.
We don't got nothing else. Nothing else that feels like we can get off. But maybe if I find something else.
I was on the show, Trey's first time ever on stage.
Oh,
When was that?
Basically, yeah.
2018.
Wow.
Mm.
6,000 people in Dallas. Trey had
Good
never
night.
been on stage. Walked out.
Where
Uh,
at the what venue? The
The Verizon.
It was called the
or-
Verizon
Yes.
Center. at
the
time.
Prairie, Grand Prairie.
yeah.
spot.
Been there. That place is awesome.
It was awesome.
Very cool.
That place is awesome. Yeah,
That's
The
an awesome
set
spot.
was rough.
it was.
But
His
first
set?
time on stage.
I mean, I didn't even really do a set.
Did
You
you go up
remember?
before?
I'm just kidding. It
Do you
was
remember?
what- it was
No, I
fun.
mean, it was.
You not done an open mic, anything like that?
Well,
So
no,
let's-
because I didn't
if-
even do a set.
Trey, do you want to explain? Like Trey, just say Trey is. I've never met him, so I didn't.
Yeah.
I know. I've.
Oh, yeah, we go way back.
No, yeah. Explain who Trey.
I've been making videos for a long time, and I
Yeah.
met John Christ because we were making videos, and people mistaked us for each other. They still do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we look alikes.
Yeah. Because, I mean, both,
obviously.
both selling wine. You sell wine, he's a wino.
yeah. It's a lot
of the same stuff.
A lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
We just a lot of synergy. And so I was just a kid making videos, and he blew up, and he's like selling all these tickets and doing these big venues, and he was like, "Come on the road. People know us together. You should come on the road." And I was like, "Well, I don't do that. I don't know what to do." And he had me out. And in hindsight, this is insane because I was like, "What am I gonna do?" He's like, we'll kind of be out there together, and we'll like riff out there." And I was like,
and you've never been on stage.
That's John all day.
Yeah.
So I had not in that format.
John's act is like, we'll figure it out there. He goes, I let the crowd figure it out.
No, I had done stage stuff, but not like that
like
at all.
What? Like
plays? I did a lot of
spelling.
I was in college. I did a lot of singing, and I was like in an improv group.
Okay.
So I've done, but not really, right? And so I just waltz out there, and he just kind of lead it. And I just was like, I was out there for 6 minutes.
What was your improv troupe name?
It was we didn't have a troupe name, which is a shame.
Here comes Treble.
Yeah.
After you did the
We can
6
go with
minutes, is that when you thought I'll do a 6,000 seat venue? You went straight to that. You go, I think I got it.
No, I didn't even do a set. I just walked out, and John's like, "Here's Trey." I was like, "Hi," and he like, I'd kind of like we'd make fun of each other and walk off. So it was.
So we did a show in Houston that weekend, right after the devastating floods of Houston, the famous floods where J.J. Watt saved the town. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where it was like big deal. This
He
is
posted the link.
maybe there's still water on the ground, right? So that's not true, but it was fresh off the flood.
I'm sure somewhere.
So Trey goes out there, and he's got him and John will wear these jeans that are they're like too high off the ankle.
You roll them.
Yeah.
High waters.
Yeah, and he says the flood on that jeans is great, and Trey goes, "Yeah, well, we are in Houston."
That was my first ever joke.
Smashed it, huh?
Yeah.
You love it.
I love it. I think it was topical, so it's good.
Wow.
It was timely.
Place go nuts.
So you're political.
Applause break.
I was all a blur. Yeah. Really environmental. No, but it was a wild weekend. I hardly spoke to you guys. I was so terrified. I feel like you guys.
Well, this is how naive I was. You had like I don't know, you had 1 million followers on whatever, and I remember I was like, I've been doing comedy for like a year and a half, and I was like, "Yo, Trey, dude, I think you could make like T-shirts."
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix, dude.
And Trey was like, "Yeah, I'll think about it." He's got an empire. I'm like, yeah, you should make T-shirts. Dude.
I forget. Yeah, you were still working. You were still grinding a day job. You were like, I remember you back on the bus.
That was very early on. Anyway, now Trey is doing his own thing. He's doing theaters and musical
Has
guy
a podcast.
too, and making videos.
I did the podcast.
Dusty's done.
Yeah, Dusty came on my podcast. Thanks again. It was a good time.
It's awesome.
But looking back on that, shout out to John. He was good to me and like trying to like show me the ropes a little bit. And I didn't know why I was there. Really.
But how did you and John first meet?
He jokes about this. It was like 2017, so it was both kind of like getting a bunch of videos viral, and ton of people mistaking us for one another, and he reached out. He DM'd me, but I guess I didn't see it. And Emma, his sister, y'all know Emma.
I know Emma.
She reached out, and I saw it, and so he'd be like, "Oh, you saw the cute girl DM me. You hit her back, but not me." I was like, "Well, I didn't do it that way on purpose." But we just kind of linked up. He was in LA. And so we made a couple videos, and viral. People liked them, so we just kind of stayed in touch, making videos. Yeah. And he had me out with them 2018. 2019, I came back for a couple and actually did some stand up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. I appreciate it.
Good
deal.
Oh, great.
Then he took a break. And
we did.
Yeah. Oh wow, what happened?
No, you were you were really nice. So I remember you hitting me up, just kind of like, dude, I hope you're not getting too much slack for this.
Yeah.
And John was great. And it was fine. No one, it was whatever.
Rough time to be mistaken as him.
Yeah.
I started posting a crap ton of like marriage content.
Yeah.
He goes,
Being married, like,
yeah, Trey, I see you shaved your beard. What brought on that? That's cool. That's great.
2025 is here. And with that can bring resolutions that usually fade by February. But not this year with therapy. Think of therapy as your editorial partner, something that can help you create the story that you deserve to live. deserve to live?
The story. You're living the story.
To live a
Oh,
story.
okay.
You deserve to live that story.
I thought it was like therapy. Like, you deserve to live. Okay.
You do that.
Yeah,
as
you
well.
do. Yeah.
Okay.
This is good.
Nate goes to therapy. It helps him occasionally, and it's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. If you have struggles like that and you want to say yes to everything, and it helps Nate learn he can say no some. It can empower you to be the best version of yourself. It is just not for major trauma. It's for everyone. If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Write your story with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Nate to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Nate.
All right, where were you?
I was in Fort Myers, Florida on Saturday. Did 2 shows.
Nice weather.
Yeah, it was
that's
great. Did 2 shows at the Luminary Hotel.
You stay there too?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
You still go down there? What time you get to the show when you're at the hotel? Show's at the hotel.
What time's the show?
7.
6 and 8.
6 and 8.
You get down there at 4:45.
We got to do a mic check.
Yeah. What time do you get down there? 5.
No,
He rolls in at 5:55, right?
I was later than that. My opener started at 6. I rolled in about 6:05.
Oh, that's pretty
whoa.
nice.
Big time.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
I do get there early. You do roll in like that? Late like that?
I came down, then went back up my room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Watch a little football.
Wow.
That's pretty nice.
It is nice. You can go sit in your own hotel room.
Mhm.
It's like something about sitting and then you're about to go be on stage,
The
front of
condo
10
in Wichita. At
Uh,
the,
sorry.
I'm sorry, I stepped on that.
You
That's
kind of,
fine.
but you got jumpy. It's a pretty solid joke.
What were we going to go ahead. I didn't hear it.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said, it's fun to be sitting there watching TV when you're about to go on stage in front of 10 people. You go,
I didn't hear the 10 people.
you could
part.
go do your act in your room, and it's a little bit different downstairs.
Well, there was more than 10. Thank you very much.
No, there was 10. He's killing it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I would say that club in Wichita where the condo, the bedroom shares a wall with the club.
That's crazy.
So you can be in bed and you hear the show going on the other side of the
Mhm.
wall. And I did that.
And you can hear the whole show?
You can hear it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right there. I mean, like
Yeah.
the comic is 5 feet behind you.
You were in bed?
I was in bed when the host was up. I was in bed.
How hard is it to get into?
Take
Is
a
that
quick,
what your
quick
alarm?
nap.
Was that your alarm, the host?
I-
Hey, we got a great show tonight. Aaron Weber's asleep right there, like a bear. It's 7 p.m. He fell asleep. Yeah.
In a condo with no windows, no good ventilation.
That's true.
2 other comics in there.
Lot of
just,
sadness.
Yeah. yeah.
That club
just,
has since closed,
It's
but-
a depressing.
Anyway.
It was a good club, though.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I liked it.
Okay. I'm kidding.
So Fort Myers was
Kidding.
great.
It's one of my favorite places.
Fort Myers was great. 2
Yeah.
great shows. A lot of folks came out.
What's Fort Myers? What's the club?
It was a hotel.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
They have a club there, Snappers.
Okay.
But this was in an event space in a hotel. It was they usually use it stadium seating. Well, it's
Theater seating.
theater seats. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, what to
Like
say. But they use it for culinary like demonstrations in class. There's like a kitchen down on the floor.
So you were in a kitchen performing
They like
behind the island?
draped it off the island.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
okay.
was down on the floor. But it's the first time they'd done comedy.
That's cool.
How much time did you do?
An hour each show.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trey, were you anywhere fun?
I was supposed to play the club in Huntsville, but it got snowed out.
Oh,
rescheduled.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
I
I
didn't think they snowed, did they?
Snow's
was
tough on
crazy.
Snow's
crazy.
tough
They got
on
like
Alabama.
6 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 inches in a city like Huntsville will
Oh, yeah.
shut things down.
We were shut
All
down
good,
all
though.
last week
Mhm.
because of the snow here in Nashville.
Yeah. So I was at home with the 2 under 2,
Mm-hmm.
just putting in the work. Super dad.
I was just in town doing spots at the club here. Big football game this weekend. I won't talk too much about it, but
Congrats.
it was
yeah.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And we got one more to go.
We were all watching. I was telling you, it was Greg Garcia was with us, and he was like, if I knew Aaron a little better, I would have texted and been like, "Hey, you got time to chat real fast?" Just right with like
30 seconds left.
Yeah. And I was like, we should just call him and then just see. All right, that's why I was joking when I said I was going to text you with a minute left and go, "Congrats."
Oh man.
I mean that's infuriating when the game's not wrapped up, and it's like, dude, if we texted Aaron now and go, "Congrats, man," you get so many people. Dude, Nick Novicki, he can't wait to text you. He'll text you congrats first quarter. I mean, he loves it. I go, Nick, do not talk to me until after the game.
Yeah.
Because he'll be minute in. He goes, Vandy's looking good. We lose by 40. And then, he's like, whoa.
Really turned around.
Yeah. And I'm like, Nick, I swear.
I remember when the Titans beat the Ravens when they were the number 1 seed in the playoffs. We watched it at your house. And the Titans are up by, I don't know, 10 or something like that early in the fourth quarter. And Ryan Malone shows up. He goes, "Oh, it's over."
Yeah.
And I got so upset. Just him saying that because I feel like he was going to jinx us.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. Dusty?
I was in town Friday. Friday got snowed out, but I did this weekend at Zany's. I did 4 spots at the club. I had no shows. I did a spot. I did 2 guest spots on Catherine Blanford's show, and then I did a spot on Killer Bee's show, the Nashville legend Killer Bees, and then I did a Zany's Comedy All Stars. So 4 shows at Zany's in one night. That used to be unheard of. It was so great. And it was just fun. I'm practicing this. I'm doing the Tonight Show on Thursday.
Oh,
so I was practicing a set, and each time I did it, it got worse. By the 4th time, I was like, I don't even know if I should do the Tonight Show. But I rewrote it and did it on Sunday, and it was great.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So
I think it's good sometimes to, the hard part when you run a set, it's because you're only running that set.
Yeah.
And so when you go up there with a job to go, I'm just trying to time this out, it's a weird kind of thing. So you almost have to, when you run a set, you have to have a couple jokes just to get the room going, then and then you get in this set without them even really knowing it.
Well,
because it can go bad.
Yeah. I like to do it that way so that just in case the audience is not hot when I get to the show. For whatever reason.
I agree. I would always go run my set in the worst. You need a bomb with your set. I would always go run it in the worst situation, and I would usually bomb with it.
I bombed too many times.
Yeah. To
where I was like, well, this may not be a good set.
And that's, I know. That's the problem, is because it's, you do have to then eventually like go, I need to say something.
Yeah.
And have a couple other things just because I need to get some gauge on the real timing of this set.
Yeah.
Because it's just a weird, like, you just come out and it's like, even if you didn't say I was running a set, it's just, it feels like everybody knows.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's everybody's kind of like, it's almost like they know cameers are out or something. And you're like, well, they're not. We're just practicing. But
then they're
changes
going,
the vibe.
They're going, this is what you're going to do? Mm-hmm. This is your idea of your best 5?
Did they bring you up, or did you tell them I was doing Tonight Show? Did they bring you up as the...
No. Just as a guest.
Dusty walks out and goes, obviously I'm doing the Tonight Show this week. Here's what I'm going to do.
Normally I would be on the road. I'm a headliner.
That's right. I'd like to be doing an hour 20, but tonight I'm doing 5.
I'm doing 5 to give you a taste.
Who else is on your episode?
Actually, Kenny Chesney is on the episode.
Whoa, wow.
Big time.
That's fun. Yeah.
I actually wanted to try to write Kenny Chesney jokes for the thing. But he, for me to make fun of a song, like to break down a song, there's got to, I don't know, and his songs are good or they're kind of funny songs. So you can't make fun of a funny song.
Right.
And then, I don't know, his other songs I like. I like Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, and I would think just go do a set and assume that not everybody wants to see you. You do a very specific that night?
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Breakdown
is
of a song nobody's heard.
that is true too.
Yeah.
That is
where did that last guest get off? Yeah, there's no context to it. You just walk out and start trashing Kenny Chesney.
And then also, Brian told me Brooke Shields is on the episode too. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess it kind of obvious when I asked you who's on the show that I knew, but
Yeah.
Kenny Chesney, Brooke Shields.
Yeah.
That's a hot show.
It is a hot show.
Is Kenny playing?
I don't know.
Have you ever met him?
I never met him.
I've never met
I'm
him
trying
either.
to get it set up to meet him though.
Yeah, I would like to meet him.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, he's one I would love to meet.
You got a story for him.
Why?
Well, I have a story with
Kenny
him.
Chesney?
Yeah, but I think we've shown we
It's
we
the
talked
song
about the
about it.
song, the back where I come
Oh,
from.
okay.
I played it at the
Oh, okay.
but I never got to meet him and like to say that. And just so you
So
be like,
let him know.
Yeah, so let him know.
Yeah, I got a story for him too. He's got a song about an alcoholic, and I'm like, now he does have a song about an alcoholic, and it's a good one.
Yeah.
You know that song where he's like, what does he say? Now I can't think of it, but he's like talking about going to AA. The old man stood up in the aisle, said, "I've been living a life of the." I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
good song.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the simple things in life,
Yeah.
like the kids at home and a loving wife. You get it.
Yeah,
That's
I
probably-
remember. Yeah.
That may get us
I
flying.
love
That was
it.
probably pretty
Yeah, I
close to-
love. That was pretty close to getting. Boy, I love some Kenny Chesney.
The devil
man.
takes your hand and says, "No fear. Have another shot. Just one more beer."
Kenny
yeah,
Chesney.
I've been
have you,
there.
Have y'all seen him live?
No, I have.
No.
Yes, actually. Yeah, I
He
have.
plays Arrowhead in Kansas City like every other summer, like
Uh-huh.
4th of July weekend. It's a big deal. It sells it out. It's amazing. It's so fun.
Is that
Oh,
you live in
yeah.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
Are you from there?
I'm from Oklahoma originally.
Oh, I thought you were from Texas or something.
No, Oklahoma, born and
Yeah.
raised, and then went to Oklahoma
Because you
State.
just look like Dude Perfect.
You know
That's
those
solid.
guys? Yeah,
I
yeah.
just did a thing with him. That's pretty solid.
yeah.
Is you could fit in for Dude
Yeah.
Perfect. Like
I do. I've met those guys. They're really
They're
super
great.
nice guys, and
They're best.
I feel I did post something with them and got a million DMs of people like, "What you're them."
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm hoping I'm on understudy
was-
in case one of them,
yeah,
God
something
forbid.
goes down.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out Kenny.
Yeah. Have you met him?
No, I've not met him.
Yeah.
No.
What was the dude perfect thing you
I have
did?
a
Do you want to talk
comment,
about it? Or?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
you were
yeah.
hanging out at their new headquarters.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Why don't I don't?
The compound.
Is it? Did they need another bigger one? It's just.
yeah.
It looks like
Read
the
that one
same
first
thing.
then.
I'll read it. Well, let's do the show the Vegas. So we got Dusty's got a hat on. We had some people come to the Vegas show.
Oh yeah.
Vegas show was so good this weekend, man. And so everybody dressed up as one of us. I played myself. Harper on the far right. Brian Bates.
What?
Is that the Star Trek head?
It looks like it.
It
Doesn't
looks like the Star
Spock?
Trek head.
No.
No, the other one that's like
Data?
a
A lot
of
little
ripples.
something.
Oh,
something's wrong.
Klingon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Come on, man.
and then
It does look like
Yeah.
that though. A lot of ripples.
I'm wearing the same.
I think
The Nate
Worf is his name.
sweatshirt.
the Nate one's
uh,
pretty good.
Nate when his
Nate's dead
Nate when his
on.
Kramer.
Dead on.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that this person
and-
wore a fat suit for me, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
think
she
nailed it.
she
Yeah,
nailed it,
she
and
did
then Dusty Slay.
And then look at that.
Look at that, got the hat on.
Boom, ah.
Boom, wearing the hat. Yeah, y'all thought it was real hair. It's not. Dusty's got his real hat on.
That's fun.
Yeah, they were awesome.
He is going a little too high with the wave, I think, here. Right?
Yeah, he is too
He
high.
looks like
with
he's
it.
asking a question.
Yeah, you don't want to get it too high. You're like, whoa, yes, you, sir.
But I think impressions are a little exaggerated.
Right,
Yes.
right.
You know,
Right.
obviously with Bates,
They toned
not
it
the
down.
case. But no, it's everybody.
That's really cool. Thank
it
you
was
guys.
very, very, very cool. Yeah.
What-
I like that camo
all right.
jacket.
It
too.
seems like they would have one of the women play the guy with the long hair, and then maybe have the guy play me or Aaron.
That's right. Yeah.
I think having the older guy be used a little on the nose. So
Yeah.
I think they wanted
Is that
to
a
mix
woman?
it up.
I
That's
think
a
that's
woman.
a woman there.
On the left.
You talking about being Dusty, the older guy being
I'm talking about the
Dusty.
guy that's Dusty. I mean, the obvious choice would have had him be Brian, but they're
Mm.
like, that's a little too.
Does he have a
too
real? Is that a
obvious.
real beard?
Yeah.
That he has. Or
It
is that-
No, it doesn't look.
I didn't.
Hard to
Dustin
say.
Chafin.
I can't
I'd
remember. I
like
don't
to
think
see what if he really looks like Brian. It's like you could have just did it.
you could have done. Yeah,
He's like, nah, I'd rather look like Dusty.
yeah. He wanted to be cool for once.
Yeah.
He's like, when I made the hats.
Yeah. All right.
That's fun.
Oh, that's headphones. Looks like she's
Yeah.
hiding a baby under there.
Yeah.
Like a little baby's head. Like she's got it in the. You know
It was. Yeah. She's got a T-shirt on with the horse. Pretty fun.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome.
All right. Started off. Your comments, Christine. I've seen every episode of Nateland multiple times, and Nate has never been so giddy with such pure joy. More than the moment he got to prove Aaron wrong about Elvis. An iconic Nateland moment.
Was
You
that
big Elvis fan, Trey?
No, I can't say I am.
Yeah.
But what's the argument?
Aaron's really taking a lot.
He
of
doesn't.
Aaron hates
yeah.
Elvis.
Aaron doesn't think Elvis is that big of a deal.
Garbage.
He thinks he lip syncs.
Big of a deal.
Yeah.
What was your take?
He ain't Notre Dame's better than Elvis. I got word for word.
He's been taking a lot of heat for it, though.
Yeah.
I think.
Have you?
I have been taking some flack. I've gotten more messages of support, but people are giving me private support, which I understand given the circumstances.
You said Elvis sucks?
The Elvis
You don't
people
wanna-
are out, dude.
Yeah.
Facebook, these people.
I'll tell you what. I would think we have a lot of Elvis people. I would think a lot of our
Yeah,
listeners.
come on,
You do.
We have a lot of people that love some Elvis,
And it's very platform dependent. Facebook, Elvis is their favorite person of all time.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, man, I thought I couldn't love Nate anymore.
Yeah.
Hearing him defend Elvis, now he's my all-time favorite.
Oh,
And they go,
I love it.
Kick that fat idiot off the podcast.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Send him to Jailhouse
Yeah.
Rock, man. I feel like, guys, you're our age and younger, though. If this is what you're saying, I don't care about Elvis.
Yeah.
Kick you off too.
Yeah, but I guess be
Trey,
careful.
you're going to be done too. Yeah.
There it is.
I just said I think he's more of a cultural icon than a musical one. I don't think his music has aged as well as other people from
I think
that
that's.
era.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Sinatra, we're still listening to Sinatra.
But
You
then
put that on at
it,
the holidays.
it took a turn when
he thinks the same thing about Sinatra.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Yeah, he
I
does.
did. I thought he was
Yeah.
going to agree with me, and he was like,
Aaron
"Ah,
doesn't think anything before his existence is pointless. Is what I would say.
That's right. Yeah.
And then
that's-
everything
yeah.
after.
The Bible.
Yeah, I am all that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
Me.
He believes in
doesn't
the
think-
Bible, but only the iPhone version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't think Elvis can sing.
Right.
That was where he lost me.
I made fun of his voice a little bit, but Dusty used to dress
wow.
up
All
as
right.
Elvis. So anyway, it's
I'm
been a whole
co-signing
thing.
that.
It's been a whole thing. But I just want you to know, I've gotten a lot of support out there from people.
Yeah,
that's
messaging
good.
me
I was
saying,
worried about
you
you.
are right, and going, I can't believe nobody agreed with you. Shame on Dusty for turning his back on you in the middle of an argument. A lot of stuff like that. So
Well, you kept heightening the argument to a place where I was like, I gotta get off this. I'm not wearing my spacesuit here. I'm losing oxygen. I gotta jump off.
trying to have a fun podcast.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just trying to. That's not what we're about, Aaron. Nathan Bright hopped hoot. Nathan Britt hoop.
That's a tough
Bright
one.
hoop. That's a tough one. That looks like what my name was before, and I changed it to Bargatze.
Yeah.
Don't care what the numbers say. Aaron is 1,000,000% correct about Elvis.
Now that's the kind of statement I like.
Yeah,
I go, and I don't care what the facts are.
yeah,
Yeah, don't
I
show
agree
me the
with Aaron.
proof.
yeah. So we looked at Spotify. Spotify. People listen to Spotify. It's enormous. People listen to it.
47 million monthly listeners for
And he thought it
Elvis.
was going to be like.
I thought
Really?
Beatles will be 100 million. Beatles 33 million.
Yeah,
So
Beatles
that's
embarrassing.
actually-
Now, what a lot of people
Shocking.
told me is that, and who knows if this is true, that how Spotify calculates the monthly listeners is it looks at the previous 28 days. So what we were seeing heavily skewed by Elvis's Christmas album.
Mm.
Now I think we should look at those numbers again in April or May. Just to
I
see
like
what we
that.
see.
I look
I
forward
like
to
that.
it.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. But then April, May feels like a Beatles month. Yeah, it
They're
does.
big in the spring.
Yeah, well, that's
It
Here
does.
Comes the Sun skewed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I want a little.
That's true.
That's yeah.
What would be a neutral month then? September.
Elvis,
Fall's not really Beatles. Yeah.
I would say maybe July.
Okay.
Or Elvis is like America, so then maybe that would be July. Could be maybe July. July doesn't feel like Beatles.
I think February's a good one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll wait.
February
we'll wait
could be
another month.
good.
Yeah.
Think about all the old people though that are Elvis fans who aren't on Spotify.
Yeah, I think April, May seems that's Beatles all day.
I'll wait till the numbers
I bet that's when they would tour.
are what they
Is
want. them-
April and May.
Yeah, yeah. I'll wait till the numbers are good for me, and then we'll look at them together
Yeah.
on the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clint Jurgens. Elvis Dusty broke me. I wish we could hire him for an event.
You can hire me for an event.
Yeah. Would you do Elvis?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if the money, I
bet there's a
there's a price.
There's a price.
There's a price.
And your price is much different than it was back then.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even know that they
back
paid
then.
me
It was
then.
one. Yeah, back then it was one Bud Light.
I think they
now.
I think they rented the suit and gave me a bar
volunteered.
tab.
Yeah.
But it was that video was bumped up. I shared the video on my personal YouTube because I didn't upload that video, but I shared it on my personal YouTube and it's bumped up. It's not gotten views in 14 years, and now it's seeing some sunlight.
Yeah.
I did. I will say I did see this clip, but I watched every second of it.
Yeah, it's a good clip.
You looked like a good time.
A girl I was dating at the time made that video. She no offense to the other women in the video, but she took all the attractive ones out. There was a lot of attractive women at the event, and I posed with them too. But
No offense to the women who weren't attractive enough to be removed from the video, but
But trust me,
as some woman goes, look, that's me.
And I don't mean it like that, but it's like they're just saying.
Yeah.
There's attractive levels, and there were more attractive women at the event.
Yeah. Okay. Was it an event?
It was the roller derby team. It was Elvis Bingo. And I was Elvis, and they were playing. The roller derby was playing.
Female roller derby team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All week long, somebody's been, Marge, we saw you on Nateland.
Well, that's why I watched the whole video. I was like, there's got to be some hot
follow-up.
girls at this party.
At some point.
Yeah. You got to watch this all the way through.
Some strong women were probably there.
Yeah.
Roller derby.
There were some strong ones.
Yeah. Mark Bigley. I was born in Hawaii. While my mom was pregnant with me, she and a friend met Elvis and a couple of his entourage walking down the beach. They sat down and had a short conversation. He patted my mom's stomach as if to say hello. This was in 1969.
Your dad's Elvis, dude.
Yeah. Mark, I don't know how to tell you this, but your dad is Elvis.
Yeah, patted her stomach, huh?
Pretty cool. That's pretty, that's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis, he'd be 90, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't believe him, but that's an easy one to lie about.
Well, I mean, his mom would have just told him this.
That's what I'm saying. The mom could easily lie about that. Yeah. I got in
Seems weird. Seems like a weird lie. I would say
it's not that weird because it's a cool story.
I know, but I would say to me, I would think they would just say we met and hung out and whatever. Her saying he patted on the stomach, I believe it. I mean,
Yeah.
I believe Elvis.
Story like that's gotta be true.
Story like that's got to be true.
I believe it.
Fun time, Aaron.
The holidays may be over, but it's never too late to give yourself what you really want. Treat yourself to the Eye Restore Elite and get the hair regrowth solution you actually deserve. This isn't just a gadget.
No, sir.
It's a powerful FDA-cleared laser cap designed to fight thinning hair and hair loss with clinically proven results. That was clinically, it's a tough word.
Mm-hmm.
Clinically proven results with 282 lasers and LEDs delivering light therapy to your scalp. It's like a spa day for your follicles. Let's face it, it's cold outside, so staying in is the vibe. Whether you're binge watching your favorite show or settling into a cozy blanket fort, the Eye Restore Elite fits seamlessly into your self-care routine. It's lightweight, hands-free, and completely painless. So you can kick back, relax, and let it do all the work. Eye Restore is so confident in their products. They offer a 12-month money-back guarantee, so you can gift it risk-free.
Sure.
If their skin doesn't look healthier, you'll get a full refund. No awkward questions, just results or your money back. In a clinical study, 90% of people saw a reduction in wrinkles, redness, and pore size with Eye Restore's Illumina face mask. Red light therapy is not just a fad. It's clinically proven to work. Now's the perfect time to treat yourself. For a limited time only, our listeners get $625 off their iRestore Elite when you use code NATE at iRestoreLaser.com. That's $625 off your iRestore Elite at iRestoreLaser.com with promo code NATE. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you.
Introducing Illumina LED Face Mask by iRestore. Reduce the appearance of wrinkles, fine lines, dark circles, blemishes, and dark spots with our 360 medical-grade LEDs. With iRestore's 100-day money-back guarantee. Adjust the strap for a custom fit to your face for treatments. To get started, press the power button and choose one of the 3 different wavelength modes. The mask enters P1 mode automatically. Press the power button again to enter P2 mode, or press the power button a 3rd time to enter P3 mode. Once a mode is selected, press the Start Pause button to begin a 10-minute session, and the indicator light will turn on. P1 mode uses red and infrared wavelengths to visibly smooth fine lines. Infrared light is not visible, so when you see the red light on, you know both red and infrared wavelengths are active. P2 mode uses red, infrared, and blue wavelengths to fight bacteria and fade blemishes. P3 mode uses blue wavelengths to promote clear skin and oil control. For optimal results, enjoy 10-minute sessions 3 to 5 times a week. The mask turns off automatically 30 seconds after your session is over.
Ryan Edwards. I'm 12 years old. I listen to the Nateland podcast on the way to school with my mom. I also watch Dude Perfect every Saturday and Sunday morning. What was it like for Nate to meet Dude Perfect, and what was his favorite part of the new headquarters? The Dude Perfect was awesome to get together. Those guys they're Trey, they're awesome guys.
Are they?
Yeah,
They are. They're really.
Make sure Trey agrees.
I've met 3 of the 5.
Yeah.
So at least the majority are
good,
nice.
good people.
That I can vouch for.
And then so what's funny? CD Lamb was in that video, and he was at Vegas. We saw him in Vegas. I didn't talk to him. If I would have known he was, I didn't realize he was in that video, or I would have probably said something to him. We went, and it was awesome. They were very, very cool. Their headquarters is huge. It makes you I want Nateland to have the same headquarters. I mean, when you walk in, you're just like, well, I want this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, how can I don't even do any of this stuff. But it was like crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's just so impressive of a thing.
Are you in this video, Nate?
Yeah. I think I'm at a minute 50 is
Everybody
yeah,
gather
right
around.
Here. Yeah, right here.
Tell some jokes.
Really?
No, I did that. So,
Oh.
special day and a special trip. And Dude Perfect is awesome. And so I made a basket. Their new gym's good. Ryan, have you seen there's one of the basketball goals that's really high that they show.
There you are.
I made it in there. I don't think you see it right here, but I made it it's a basketball goal that moves. Mine was not moving, but it's very top. It's very tall, and I made it. So there you go. And did yeah. All right.
No, I think
Pretty long ride to school for Ryan here.
Well, I was going to say,
I was doing a little bit of both.
yeah. I've mentioned this before, but John Chris made a Dude Perfect spoof video in it, and Aaron is very, very funny in it. So
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Way back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, that was a
That
good
fun.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember y'all. What was it? What'd y'all call yourselves? It was.
Bro epic.
It was. 'Cause I remember Barstool. Y'all got the Barstool bros were coming at you because they did I think those guys did a bit very similar at the same time where they were like, we're bro sweet or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was good.
I went down that slide.
The original ideas always get copied. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But our idea was copying another idea. It's hard to. Yeah.
Ciro Gonzalo Cipovoldi. Ciro Gonzalo.
Giancarlo.
I was going to say
Delete
Giancarlo.
me set up this user.
Ciro Giancarlo Sepulveda.
Yeah.
I just downloaded Babbel. to learn
nice.
Spanish.
Yeah.
I haven't started it yet.
Yeah, knack for it.
5 years after they stopped being a sponsor.
Yeah, but I thought I was like, yeah, they maybe try.
What
I
language?
met Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that
Oh,
Cody
yeah.
Rhodes?
Yeah, I met him.
What language
He
are you
filmed-
doing?
English.
I haven't even started, but I did. Yeah, it's pretty good. Spanish. I was going to try Spanish. I don't. I haven't done it yet. So.
But that's the big first step: downloading the app.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next is signing up.
Yeah.
Plus, you're learning to speed read, so you got a lot on your plate.
Still got to read that book. I have to give props to Aaron. I'm currently sitting in a Southwest flight with an open middle seat. I'm a big dude, and I used Aaron's technique of picking a row with another big guy sitting in the window seat. I set myself in the aisle seat and watched as everyone passed by. We had the only empty seat on the flight right here next to us. Hello, big folks.
Yeah, it really is a good strategy. I admire you for using it because it does hurt your feelings a little when you're the only seat next to you.
Yeah.
But if you just lean into that, it doesn't have to be just fat people either. You can any undesirable.
Yeah.
If they smell bad or if they
Yeah.
just look weird
Oh,
or
that's-
something.
yeah.
Anybody.
I find the only potential problem is that you get kind of like the worst person, right? If like
Because
you
if he's
get
fat, he's probably
like
annoying.
the person. No, I mean towards.
It's person of size.
Towards the end of the flight, you get the person that's like, well, this is all we got.
It's a little bit of a roll of the dice, right? You ever been stuck with 3 fatties?
Yeah. What if
that
they
the term?
if the guy goes in and he goes, I guess this is our seats, and then he sits in between, and I mean, yeah,
Oh, we're
he
doing a
like
thing.
thinks he goes, I thought it was our section. I
they're
thought
making us sit.
I thought they made it. I go,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Y'all making us sit together? And then he just has to go, and his butt never really touches the seat. He's just because he can't get all the way down.
And then they have to come move you to
Yeah.
balance the plane.
Oh, and then they got to move
Sir,
up.
guys, you can't sit
Yeah.
on the same
on.
side.
They've never seen 3 armrests all pulled up, all of them. Yeah, he does that little trick. Maybe you ever knew.
Do that all the time.
Yeah.
The aisle armrest.
The
got
aisle
one
armrest.
seatbelt extender all the way across. There's no room in between.
Oh. They go, yeah. Y'all are and you're in exit row, and they go, guys, I don't know how to say this,
Yeah,
but you can't.
Windows fogged
Yeah.
up. There's a lot of heat.
They do the math and they realize that they're in the seats where they first start the food service.
Yeah.
Y'all know what row it is.
It's the first row back from exit row.
You go sit
That's where
right
they start. That's how they usually do it. It is a little bit of a risk, but very, very rarely is there not at least one open seat on a Southwest flight. Even when they come on and say, we got a full flight today, ladies and gentlemen, so that doesn't really mean it's full.
Mhm.
Sometimes they go, we got a very full flight. Where you're like, well, full is binary. So
Yeah.
you're already being a little...
What do they mean? Full.
It's heavy. It's
You
a
know,
heavy
they go, it's a
flight.
heavy
We're at
flight.
capacity.
Yeah.
Do you ever look at the guy and you guys kind of give like a
I'd give I almost every flight this happens, I give a little nux to the
And
guy
some
next to me.
chips
And
You
he-
do
fall
it.
out.
You make sure the door. Yeah. You hear a crunch. Yeah. You both have chips in your hand. Crunch. He goes. Yeah. What do y'all both look at each other and lift those little middle armrest up?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you
Oh,
both
of
look and it's
course.
like
of course.
you kind of flood over into that other seat.
Because sometimes you
Are y'all still touching?
just our knees.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can celebrate a little too early because you go,
You gotta
look
wait.
around and you go,
Yeah.
oh, we're good.
Oh, yeah.
And then some idiot runs on the plane last second,
Yeah.
right? And I've had that happen all the time.
I have to.
So I got excited. This is the last time I flew. I got excited with the guy next to me, and he looked excited too. And I go, don't count your chickens for the hatch. And he goes, oh, I know.
Yeah.
And then
He's
when
like,
the
"I already
plane
ate
started
the chicken."
moving, it was like we got out of there.
Yeah. It's you got to wait for the door. I've
You got chicken? Yeah.
I've done. Yeah.
What?
What chicken?
Yeah. Yes, I don't think they serve chicken.
I'll take one.
Yeah.
You got to wait till that door
of food.
shuts.
Yes.
I've learned that. And another one, you got to wait for the door shut. You got to make sure everybody's seated down.
Mhm.
Because I've been caught with someone behind me,
Back and
like in the back, and they walked all the way back past, and then they go, it's full back here. And so then they turn around, and now they're looking for the only empty,
Yes.
the first seat that's empty.
or they go back for cabin space or something to put their bag.
Yeah.
You just gotta
You gotta
be sure.
You want to be almost moving.
There's nothing worse than celebrating and then it gets
And
ripped
then it
away
gets,
from you.
yeah.
Mhm.
You want them to come talk to you in exit row already, like if they've already talked to
The
you.
move is to go when the flight attendant. I go if you need to stand here while the boarding happens.
That's
That's
the move.
great.
Yeah,
And then the flight attendant will stand in the middle seat in the exit row.
yeah,
and
yeah. That's a big one
yeah.
right there. You like them when I like when they do that.
I go.
too.
You need a place to stand. This is
Yeah.
great.
You staying right here. Yeah,
It can come
Sounds
across
creepy
a little
if I
weird.
do. Like,
Yeah.
you need a place to stand.
start with
You can straddle me.
Yeah.
you start
I
whistling
get
at
kicked
her.
off the plane.
All right. Adam Paffman.
Oh, I was gonna say,
some names coming in here.
Spent 3 hours at the Lebanon DMV
Yeah.
today. You start to understand Brian a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Just zero urgency.
Oh yeah.
It just
Yeah.
nobody knows the
Yeah.
answer to anything. They have to like ask each other.
3 hours is 30 minutes to them. They,
You gotta interrupt to tell that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
I knew Nate would like that.
yeah, they 3 hours ain't nothing.
Well, I had a thing.
That's all they have to do.
I got renew my license, and I didn't get the paperwork for it.
Brian goes up there to watch. He buys it. It's like he probably charge people you have to pay for parking because too many people get up there and they try to get up there and just watch, and so they can give advice and help everybody out.
Oh my goodness! So I got my
They
license.
go, "What are you doing up here? The courtroom's closed today, so we figured we'd come here."
when I was hold that thought, Aaron.
Okay.
When I was a kid, my grandparents they would go to and park on the square in Lebanon, and just
Horse and buggy.
watch people drive around. Shut up, Dusty.
Yeah,
And it was kind of fun.
yeah,
You see people you know. Like,
yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
yeah. I get it. Yeah,
Yeah, my granddad would whittle.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Mhm.
God, what a great time. Simpler
Yeah.
times.
yeah.
Yeah, so shut up.
Whittling. Nobody's whittled in years.
No.
I'm sure people
I know,
whittle,
I'm
but I bet
kidding.
they do it now because it's
They do it on TikTok and stuff.
it's like
Yeah.
it's a video.
Yeah, time lapse it.
yeah.
Dusty doesn't do
Time-lapse it.
anything unless he sees on TikTok.
Well, there's a lot of ideas.
What are you gonna
on
do?
there.
TikTok's gone.
I don't know. It makes me sad.
Mhm.
It's
We'll
fun.
get into it on
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah. I guess we're doing.
So I want to get my license renewed. I did it on the kiosk like Brian did,
Mm.
and then I got a receipt that said you need to see somebody at the desk. What ended up happening was my license did get renewed. There's an error with the machine. I didn't get the paperwork, so I'm waiting in line for 2.5 hours to tell somebody this.
Oh.
And so I tell the woman, and she goes, "Boy, I don't know." So I go, "All right, well, if not you, who? Like, this is your whole thing. Is the you're
Yeah.
the- you're the-
Boy, I don't
Were
know.
you
You're
really
the
2.5
DMV.
hours?
literally 2.5 hours.
Wow.
I got there at 12:45, and I didn't get out of there till 3:15 or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why I was a little late getting here today. And so I go, well, what should I do? She goes, well, let me email Tennessee tech support and see what they say. So she emails them, and then we're just standing there. I go, are you waiting for a response for
Yeah.
the email? She goes, yeah. She goes, this is how we're doing it. You're sending an email to like not a specific person, like
Yeah.
an admin at Tennessee.gov.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are we doing here? So I go, I had to leave to come to the podcast. I didn't even get my license.
Oh
Because
wow.
the woman was she had no idea what to do.
That's
but I was like,
crazy.
that's Lebanon.
So you got to
for
go back tomorrow.
Sounds like a
got to
you
go back
problem.
in the morning. It's not, it's,
Maybe get your act together and don't wait till your license
Yeah,
expires.
that's you got to have.
look.
Talking about urgency.
Of course I take the blame for putting it off until now.
Yeah.
But it's very funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but it is now.
Yeah.
To wait for 2.5 hours and then they go,
Just send an email. Yeah.
boy, I don't know. Let me send an email.
That answer is so frustrating. Boy, I don't know. It's like, this is not fun for me. I'm not having a good time
She
here.
was nice. She was a friendly
Yeah.
person.
yeah, 'cause
but
it's Lebanon.
yeah.
It's fine to be
But just
friendly.
no urgency. No like
I'd rather you be rude and efficient than friendly
You know
and not
the
know.
day yours expires.
because you just had yours
I
renewed.
just got mine
You-
renewed.
Yeah. Like you keep it a date. Like you look forward to it.
What's my
You look forward.
It's my birthday
Yeah, but isn't it like every?
every 8 years.
Yeah, and you love it.
Well, I'm going to look forward to the next one because my current one, I'm doing this. So for the next 8 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got it
Yeah,
right
we got
there.
it back
We
there.
got it right back there.
Yeah, look at that Trey.
Yeah.
You shared that online.
No
I thought that's a
redos,
good
huh?
picture. That's
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's how they always look to me.
Adam Pfaffman.
Wow.
Pfaffman. Some names today, man. Right? How would you,
Golly.
Adam? How did he teaches
PFAFF.
sixth grade Sunday school? And
Pfaffman.
they got to go They got to go.
I
Hey,
think.
teacher Mr.
Yeah.
Pfaffman.
Reverend Pfaffman.
You've got a silent P, a silent F, and then just to top it off, another silent N at the end.
You assume.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like half those letters you don't pronounce in that word.
Maybe
I'm
it's-
guessing.
It's
Maybe
like
it's
they gave him his name. Yeah, his name was Pfaffman, Fafman, and then they go, you can have these other letters, and he goes, I'll use them.
Yeah, I'll put them wherever.
I'll put them.
Mhm.
I teach sixth grade Sunday school at our church. All the boys were talking about Nate's Christmas special and his new Netflix special and how they all watched it. Love how your comedy reaches all ages. Thank you very much to all the boys. Appreciate you watching it. Pfaffman. Adam Pfaffman.
You know, that first day of teaching where he had to write his name on the chalkboard.
And he kept going. They were like, golly, this guy's.
His
he's
teacher's
about
like, I don't
they
think
go-
that's
yeah.
right.
He starts with Adam, and they're like, all right, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Good night. It just keeps rolling. Kyle Morrison. We saw Nate in an arena, Dusty in a theater, and Brian at a comedy club. I'm curious what venue is y'all's favorite? Each seems charming in its own way, but the club just feels right for comedy.
Yeah, saw Aaron at Dollar General.
Well, not all of us are doing arenas, so we don't really have a take on.
gauge.
I mean, we've done them, but headlining is different. It's a different feel.
The club is probably the best because of the comic you saw. But
Yeah.
I like the theater. I never thought I would. I always told Aaron, I don't want to do theaters. I said I like comedy clubs, and then
I said, don't worry about it.
and then I did a theater, and I was like, oh no,
Theater's
this is
great.
better.
Yeah.
But I do like comedy clubs in its own way, and because it's fun. It's like real personal. You're right up in there. Like clubs like Comedy Off Broadway that you were just at. It's like people are right up on you, and it's like it's fun. But the theater's great too.
Yeah,
So
but
Trey-
parking's the easiest at Brian's show.
There you go.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm talking
He
about the comedy
helps
club. I'm doing the comedy club too.
you. He helps you out.
Trey,
The arena I did. Sorry.
go ahead, Dusty.
No, I mean, just saying, doing Nate's show at Bridgestone, that's incredible. But yeah, it's like, it's a different thing for Nate than for us, right? We're up there for 7 minutes. Nate's doing an hour. So when you're up there for an hour,
Yeah.
you really get to feel it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
spent the
Why didn't
first.
you give us more time?
Sorry about that.
I spent
Dusty.
I spent the first 3 minutes
Yeah.
wondering why the stage wasn't rotating.
Yeah.
And they told me it was the round. And
Yeah. I thought you figured it out.
yeah. No, I did. No, but so I just mean it's you don't really get I don't have a feel for what it's like to be
Yeah.
to do arenas. That's my point.
I was going to say, you got your start in arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you're,
Yeah.
now you're doing
They're-
clubs. So
I went back to clubs. I
Yeah.
didn't like it. I did arena once
Yeah.
for and there was like 300 people there.
Really?
Yeah, so that was fun.
that for?
It
Your
was-
own show?
No, Memphis Grizzlies had me do their family fun night or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that was, and it was the day Kobe died.
Oh, and they still did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So that was
Golly.
a tough gig.
Yeah.
Keep the fun going, guys.
yeah. That's
Grizzlies,
tough,
just
dude.
they were terrible. So there was like no one there, and it was like a faith and
It's
family
like the
night.
saddest
right? So,
day for basketball.
Yeah, I would
so there
think
was
they
like a
would-
few youth groups you could tell
Yeah.
they were like sit
Yeah.
like that, and you're
You'd
just like.
almost think they would just wouldn't do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really got texted me. He's like, we don't know if the game's happening. We don't know if anything's happening. And the guy, he was cool and all, but like as I was going out, he's like, just do your
Yeah.
best.
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Just
How
act
much
like you
time do you have
haven't
to
watched
do?
the news.
How much time did I think? It was a legit like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Not good. So that's my, I hope, how the arena's good.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done FedEx forms. No big deal to me, but
Yeah.
us three have.
Done
But you
arenas.
guys.
I like arenas.
I've never.
Yeah, I've done every kind
Every
of venue
arena.
you could.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've done every venue. It can be as small, it can be as Yeah. Seen it all.
Yeah.
And they're all, I get asked this question a lot. They're all great. And they're all great in their thing. Now I'm in comedy clubs. Like I just did, I'm going to Omaha and DC Improv, Funny Bone, to work on this new hour. And then Vegas's theater is awesome. They all feel great. The arena, I do look forward to getting back to the arena because I think this act I'm going to be able to use the cameras a lot, like with just facial expressions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so the screens and really play with them. And the way we're setting it up, it's going to feel like there's going to be a lot of screens. And I understand that. But I think if you just watch the screen and go with it, I'll be able to really use expressions to get laughs and stuff like that. And so I'm very excited for this run in the arenas. But yeah, I like it. They're all awesome and they're all great in their own right. And it's a matter of, go see it where you want to go see it. So yeah, you can go see it. Jake Stevens, how do you feel about McDonald's abandoning the iconic white, red, and yellow straws for the clear ones? I, for one, hate it. Doesn't feel right. It seems like the Coke doesn't even taste the same now. I don't know if I've noticed it.
I haven't seen that.
I don't think I've seen it yet. And I had McDonald's. I don't know if I've noticed it yet.
Were you in the moment or were you just going through the motions?
I don't know if I was in the moment, but it doesn't stick out. I think I would notice it.
Can you Google see if that's true?
Yeah.
Somebody sent me this picture that I thought you guys would like. It's McDonald's serving Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, that's
like the Avengers teaming up.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me right
You
there.
can bring that for your buddy on the plane. You'll never guess what I got on both these things.
McDonald's quietly switches classic yellow red straw for the new flimsy option.
Yeah.
And it's not paper, so it's still plastic.
I feel like I still am. Maybe they haven't made it to us yet. So maybe I haven't noticed it. But you know what, dude? Maybe I have because they got the clear cup now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I have noticed it and I just haven't.
Notice a shame.
I think I have noticed it, but I don't know if I've.
Others complained the
thought too
clear
much about
straw had a strange taste similar to petroleum.
I think that's Coke.
Yeah.
1,000% affecting the taste of my drinks. Awful change.
Oh,
Come
no.
on.
Yeah.
But the snack wrap is back, so you take the good with the bad.
All right. Josh Harry. I'm 43 and grew up the road from Dusty and Valley, Alabama. Growing up, my family always referred to sandwich bread as loaf bread. The first time I used the phrase loaf bread in front of my wife, she looked at me like I was not normal. This is completely normal, right? I'm sure Dusty toasted many a piece of loaf bread at Jim Bob's back in the day.
Well, this guy tweeted this at me. My mom grew up in Valley, and we called it loaf of bread, like a loaf of bread, but we never called it loaf bread.
We called it loaf bread.
You called it you're like, oh, I want a sandwich on loaf bread.
He's always good for.
Is that right? You're like, I want a sandwich.
Man of the people.
Well, make me a sandwich. What kind of bread? Loaf bread. Is there we didn't have a lot of options of bread around my house.
Yeah. I think
So
we
loaf bread
said
is like
there.
sliced, like
Yeah.
Wonder Bread, something
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
But what
Well,
other bread
sliced
would
bread
you have?
was pretty new.
Yeah, that's true.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said.
Sliced bread was pretty new for you.
I don't know when it was invented, but
We call it like loaf of bread. Like get a loaf of bread.
We'll get a loaf of bread.
Get a loaf. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I mean, I don't think my mom, who's I imagine is older than Josh Harry.
well, he's 43.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah,
not
so he is-
guaranteed.
Sliced bread, 1928. I bet by the time I made it to Lebanon, Big Boy Bates was getting into.
Bread base.
There you go. You hear about that loaf bread?
That probably took
Boy, I don't know.
That took a long time to get to it. They had to get that around. Invention of sliced bread.
Mhm.
And look how quickly it caught on, though. By 1933, over 80% of bread sold in the U.S. was pre-sliced.
Wow.
Was
What
that
a-
about comedian Red Skelton?
It got hot.
It's amazing it's that much of a selling point. Because you can get the bread, but then once they pre-sliced it, it says the bakery sold 2,000% more bread. So it was that big of a selling point just to have already cut.
Maybe
What's
not
the
everybody.
hassle?
They might even have had knives in every house in
Yeah.
1928.
That might be one of the few things you needed.
Like
though.
a sharp knife, sharp enough to slice bread.
They might
Probably
not have
too
a bread knife.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would think it's just the annoyance of slicing bread was.
You know, there were people like, you're paying extra because you're too good to cut your own bread.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a break,
Yeah.
fancy boy.
Yeah. You go, it's easy.
Got to get that loaf bread.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Todd Weinberg. Josh Harry, too. That's a good name.
Mhm.
Todd Weinberg. Nate, can we get an update on former intern Cole? Yeah, he's at Auburn.
We had an
Probably
intern at one point.
He's
and
about
then he
to
got to go to
I think
college?
he's-
Mhm.
Already almost done?
Yeah, he's probably almost
That's
done.
crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
He announced his college of choice on our podcast.
Yep.
Just like
Oh,
At
wow. So,
Auburn.
Did he
Doing
put on a
great.
hat?
Yeah.
He put on a hat?
Yeah, put on a
hats
hat.
on the table.
Yeah, and his
fun.
his brother Jackson, the Air Force, going to
Wow.
fly fighter jets.
Wow.
Crazy.
what's
Yeah.
Cole doing? What's he majoring
He's
in?
going to be
Accounting.
I don't know. He's in the, it's like maybe finances or something like that. Like they're both it's a very smart family, so they were all very smart. But yeah, he's Cole's at Auburn, and I think he's having a good time down there. We see him when they come back for the holidays and see, and then Jack's at.
So you had
Air
to come
Force
back
Academy.
to Nateland, cook the books a bit for us.
Yeah. I mean, the job market is tough out there. So, if we can get an Auburn grad, get a college.
Big time.
We're put in the offer for Cole.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we'll be competing.
Yeah, up against Deloitte.
Deloitte, yeah. KPMG.
KPMG,
And then Nateland. Shannon Waltz. I took this photo of my kids and realized my new granddaughter, Sylvia, looks exactly like a very worried Bates. My sister and I got a real giggle out of this and wanted to share it with y'all. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a cute baby.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
Yep. That's how it started.
is.
I even have that shirt.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
Love that.
All right.
Our next sponsor, we love, Delete Me. Ever wonder how much of your personal info is out there on the internet? More than you think. A frightening amount. Your name, your contact info, your likes, your dislikes, your fears, even information about your family members, all being compiled by data brokers and sold online. These data brokers are the scum of the earth. It's time to cut the legs out from under them. And that's why I choose Delete Me. Delete Me is a subscription service that removes your personal info from hundreds of data brokers. Nate has used Delete Me. I've used it for a while now. It's not a one-time service. It crawls through the internet continually, finding things about yourself, removing them, and then letting you know what they deleted. To put it simply, Delete Me does all the hard work of wiping you and your family's personal info from these data broker websites, which, again, are the scum of the earth. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special discount for our listeners. Today, get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/Nate and use promo code Nate at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/Nate and enter code Nate at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/Nate. Code Nate.
All right. This week, as we've already alluded to, TikTok's supposed to end this Sunday, I believe, unless something
Whoa.
happens.
Is it that soon?
Yeah.
You broke
the
it to me
ban
like that.
begins.
I didn't know that news.
Mm-hmm.
You really broke it to me
You
like
thought
that.
it was still a hypothetical kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think there's a date.
January 19th.
Wow.
Now, I guess the Supreme Court, I don't guess they've made their official ruling yet as of this
That's sad news.
this taping, but
That's my biggest following.
Mhm.
I just hit 500,000 on
Wow.
TikTok.
Well, now it means nothing.
Congrats.
I do
Thank you.
wonder.
well,
if-
half a mil means nothing to Trey.
Well,
Yeah.
of course.
Trey
Of
goes,
course.
wow, yeah, it's a good
Wow.
Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah. What do you have, Trey?
On TikTok,
Yeah.
I have 4 million. It's going away.
That's
Whatever.
So are you going to try to, you have a few days to try to convert those people over to your
Yeah.
other platforms.
Now, I read though, if you have a VPN, Aaron, I don't understand that, but you
Yeah.
do, you can still do it.
Well, so as I
Oh.
understand it, the ban, it's not like it'll disappear off your phone. It just means it's like you're kind of grandfathered in. Like you won't be able to download it again, but then it just, no one's like running it. So it's going to just deteriorate
yeah, and it
in the
won't
coming
update.
months. Right. They won't be fixing bugs.
Okay. Oh, I
know
like
what I mean?
that kind of like running it into the ground.
Yeah,
I like
right.
that. I like that.
That is fun.
This
Yeah.
actually might be when Dusty thrives.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
unless,
leadership.
unless someone decides to just straight delete it or something. But yeah,
They
it's
said
kind
they
of
would
crazy.
stay, yeah.
All of a sudden,
It is is that your biggest following? Or
No, it's like
no
Facebook.
Facebook,
What do you
TikTok,
have,
and I'm
Facebook?
lucky. Facebook and TikTok are more important to me. I mean, it's still not good. It sucks. I mean, it's actually. I mean, I'm sure
Facebook,
everyone has a
yeah.
following here on
Facebook
TikTok.
and
you said
You
Facebook
said
and
fa-
TikTok.
Instagram. Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook and Instagram are like
Oh,
if they
that's
deleted Instagram, I'd be super bummed because I feel like that's the most helpful for me at least.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah,
But I don't know, it's
Instagram feels
insane.
the most real to me still.
yeah.
yeah.
Like, where
Yeah.
it feels like it's the most real people. I don't know if that's accurate
yeah.
statistically,
so.
but
So it's with TikTok. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the creator world, because I mean, people are gonna there's people that are only on TikTok. Are they not even?
That's yeah. There's definitely a ton of kids who only on it, or if it's like 90% of their income. You know, I mean, there's a lot of kids who are probably just like, dang,
Yeah.
or,
What?
of all ages,
Now-
kids, adults.
Yeah.
Trey, you're in a unique position to talk about this because your first platform where you got a lot of followers, and I remember seeing you on this way back in the day, was you were huge on Vine,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then
Yeah, yeah.
Vine went away.
Yeah.
Now, what was that like taking all those people from your, I mean, starting over, or did you convert those people, or how did that work?
Yeah, I started over basically, and that was a good learning lesson. I was just making TikToks in college, and I had almost 3 million there, and they just straight delete. They're like, on this date, it will disappear off the face of the planet.
Wow.
TikTok is really stuck in your mind, I think. I feel like every app that you're trying to reference, you say TikTok.
Yeah.
Did I just say it
You
again?
said
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're making vines. And
Yeah, it's clearly affecting me deep
Yeah.
down in my
Yeah.
soul. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 It better help.
But
Yeah.
Fine.
It seems
Desire, I deserve
seems
to
like you're
live.
taking it well. Yeah.
But I guess it's a good learning lesson with Vine because when that ended, I really didn't have a following elsewhere. I had to kind of start from square
What did
one.
you do? Go on Vine and say, "All right, I must be here." Or, was there a formal ending, a last post?
There really was. They had a date.
Yeah.
And so
you're
as
able to be
Vine
like-
ended, every single kid on Vine was just like, follow my Instagram.
Yeah, yeah,
And I maybe had 50,000 when I ended, but
Yeah.
I had 3 million. So luckily I was able to keep going, build new followings and I post across, 5 platforms on purpose now because this happens. So
yeah.
Wow.
it's kind of wild.
Wow.
But there's any TikTokers out there, I was able to keep it going. I think if you're good at making content, it can work on any platform.
I mean,
but
if you can do 6 seconds, then the rest should be easy.
hopefully, I mean, I wasn't convinced of it, but luckily it worked out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just great. And now we're reverting back to it. I feel like kids are making 10-second videos
Yeah.
again.
Because reels are where it's at.
Right,
now.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Because reels is a little bit more like TikTok, right? You just can
Yeah.
scroll and look at the videos.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts, same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Just vertical scrolling.
Oh yeah, YouTube Shorts.
Even X, when you click on a video, it basically becomes TikTok.
Yeah,
You
they're
start
trying to-
scrolling through
Yeah.
vertically. Facebook the same way. So who knows?
I haven't been on Facebook in forever.
Facebook. I see your post pop up. You're killing it on there.
Yeah, you do well on there.
Yeah. I haven't.
That wasn't you who messaged me back?
yeah. If you get a message, you still get a lot of that. It's
No, Facebook. People hate on Facebook, but it's still the most used platform. I mean, it's
You have 1.5
Yeah,
million on
look at
Facebook, Nate.
all right.
That's nice.
That's great. See that event I just posted? I'm doing something for reading.
You're doing
Yeah.
you're doing an event called the Celebration of Reading,
yeah.
a legacy of literacy. That's the next
Yeah.
special title, right? there.
oh, legacy of literacy.
It's at the Barbara Bush Houston Literacy Foundation.
Wow, what a gig!
Yeah.
April 1st.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's a joke.
No, it's not. It does look like it's a joke because
I
it
get
is
it
funny.
now.
It's on April 1st, but it's yeah.
Get some of these
I will be there.
top fans.
Mary says, Nate, you're great and very loved.
Thank you, Mary. She's a top fan. I appreciate
Top
that.
fan.
I read some of the comments.
Based
I
on
go,
that comment, I
we're-
don't want to read the other.
Yeah, we're on. We keep an eye on. We have an idea on Facebook. I try to somewhat be removed because it's just a
It's a lot.
It's a lot, and so you try to, you can get in stuff where you start. I don't need to be looking at stuff about myself this much. And like,
No.
For sure.
it's in a bad space.
No, if you're fortunate enough, if you can just have someone do it, I mean, that's the dream. Just
Yeah. But yeah, that's good. I mean, it's a lot of comments. So Facebook it's very active.
it is still.
Yeah, Facebook is still like happening, but I'm like, I don't really get on Facebook either, but it's really happening.
Yeah. So then,
get on there
Is our podcast Facebook is good too, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like
The fan page?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 7,000 people. There's
Yeah.
two of them, 2 fan pages.
Oh, really? Why won't they join together?
They don't like each other.
Oh, really?
They're competing.
the Elvis thing.
Are you serious?
No,
Oh.
but the other one's a lot smaller. But
Yeah.
I just don't think the small one knows about the big one.
Oh, they have to know.
I don't know.
Yeah. So when you make a video for something, you're making it in general. Are you making it for one specific one, or is it kind of like for all?
Kind of for all. Sometimes I think Instagram and Facebook have a similar vibe, and TikTok's a little different. So sometimes I make a video kind of like, I think this will be better on TikTok versus
Mm-hmm.
Instagram and Facebook, but really just posting it everywhere. I don't get crazy and make
Do you
certain videos
have?
for certain platforms.
Is there one thing that you can post it and it goes to everything, or do you got to individually go put it in?
There are those services. I've never used them because I like to really pay attention when I'm posting and be involved and react because then there's some videos I post to one platform or not the other based off of performance. Or
Instagram will give you the option to post to Facebook because they're owned by the same
That's true.
people.
Yeah,
But then on Facebook, the handle won't tag that person
yeah,
because it's still the Instagram handle.
Facebook is kind of it's so big and stuff, but I feel like no one does anything but complain about it. It's difficult to use. Analytics are weird and all that, but no, I used to make longer videos and it's all about just making like vertical 40-second videos now.
Does anybody do horizontal anymore? Any platform?
No, I mean YouTube for like those Mr. Beast type. Those YouTube's now a world where you just make like 30-minute videos
Mm-hmm.
or YouTube Shorts, and then I feel like any Instagram, TikTok, all that. No one's uploading long videos.
I get
Just
annoyed
short.
when a video's horizontal. I'm like, yeah.
But on
Gotta
YouTube,
rotate my phone.
YouTube,
I
it is still
forget-
nice though.
I always
Mhm.
forget which one is what.
Horizon.
Horizon.
It's a great way to think about it.
sideways.
Horizon.
Oh, okay.
Horizontal.
Horizontal, and then
Yeah.
vertical. Jump.
You're vertical.
You're vertical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah. That's
really
okay.
bare bones.
There you go. We
discussion here.
fixed that
Yeah,
one.
right. He goes, check solved.
Mr. Reading.
So how do they want it? Vertical.
Most videos now
Yeah.
vertical.
It's just how we watch stuff now on our phone.
Mhm.
Everything's vertical.
But YouTube can be like TV. So you can put it on your TV, watch YouTube, and then so horizontal's still good on YouTube.
They're filming all this
Yeah.
in landscape.
Yes. Horizontal. Yeah.
16 by 9.
60 by 9. There you
Yeah.
go. 4K, I believe. Teddy.
Do you have like do you have a team?
I do have a small
Yeah.
team, couple of
Yeah.
videographers, editors, assistant. There's just
tank.
like 4 or 5 of us. But
Think tank. You have a room with like a whiteboard where you just get into it.
not that much, but we do sit around and have a couple guys help me bounce ideas. But
My wife
Yeah,
did a
not a
video
thing
with
to-
you and John one time.
that's
In a
right.
church. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Forgot about that too.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Great gal.
Yeah. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She's all right. The first social media was a little bit. Well, I'm not going to ask you. It's a trick question. Morse code, 1844. But they would use, like they would shorten words. Like they didn't have OMG.
Sure.
But they had little initials that meant certain things.
BRB.
LOL.
Mhm.
SFD meant stop for dinner.
What was it?
SFD.
S.
Oh.
Stop
FD.
for
Like
dinner.
out to the kids playing or something?
I think it meant like I'm tired of telegraphing back and forth with you. I'm going to stop for dinner.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
Oh.
out here.
Oh.
GM meant good morning. And there was an article saying how some of these people who could telegraph with each
via
other.
telegraph.
Oh.
I was thinking you're on a ship or something. Just flagging.
No, like
You can do it visually, right? No, I don't know what that's wrong, probably.
But there was a
that's
lot
TikTok.
there's a lot of
Vertical?
fake SFDs. Stop for
Yeah.
dinner.
Oh yeah.
You're just
Oh,
he's like ba 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 ba, and he's like, "Give me a break." Dude.
But
It's
there-
2
there-
p.m. And he goes, "We're having early dinner."
There was a newspaper story in the 1840s saying how these people, they'd rather be friends with people on, they could telegraph Morse code back and forth within their actual friends. They'd rather chat that way.
Wow.
And there's an article said now people just say whatever's on their mind. There's no thought. They just send stuff out. So in many ways, it was like social media.
That's kind of.
But it's with Morse code. How would it even get to the other place?
Through a wire?
Some wire, like
yeah.
electronic. Yeah.
But your wire would have to be connected to that place.
I don't know how it works.
Would you have to go knock on the door and go, will you take the other end of this wire?
Hold it.
Yeah. Like how, like you, I mean, yeah, I don't, over wires.
I don't even know how it works now. I mean,
I don't either.
it's just invisible.
Yeah, transmits electrical signals over wires where the sender would press a key to create electrical pulses that would travel along the wire to the receiver, which would then translate those pulses into audible clicks or printed dots. So, I mean, this might be so dumb, but to me, it seems like you have to be right on the other end of that wire. So I don't know how you link up with somebody like across the country.
Yeah, you'd have to meet someone. Unless they all had a wire that went to a town. But then how does it go? I picture one building in a town.
Telegrams relied on a network of wires strung along long distances to transmit the electrical signals. So it was like, you could like link up to like a hub and do it that way.
That's crazy.
So it doesn't have to be one-to-one.
Yeah.
Like an old internet.
But how does
coffee
it
shop.
know? I wonder how it knows to go where. Or you're just putting it out there in general?
I have no idea. Pretty amazing technology when you think about it.
Yeah.
More. I mean, they were doing this 1800s.
Yeah, like how would you would think every day you'd be talking to someone that's like, I don't know who I'm talking.
Mm-hmm.
You have to introduce yourself at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong number.
And you're like, like
spam.
Yeah. The start of a new year is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, and prioritize what matters most. I'll be honest, I haven't done any of that, but a top priority for me this year is a financial wellness, which feels more important now than ever with a baby, and a family, and just trying to be an adult. Thanks to Rocket Money, my goals now feel achievable. They show all my subscriptions right in one place, help me cancel the ones I've forgotten about, or the ones I don't need for, or the ones I'm embarrassed about. Rocket Money pulls together all of my spending across all my different accounts so I can track my spending habits and see where I can cut back. And I can cut back. We all can cut back. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. They have over 5 million users and has saved a total of 500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. You're an idiot to not use this. Mm-hmm. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Nate today. That's rocketmoney.com/Nate, rocketmoney.com/Nate.
The first real social media that was 6degrees.com. You guys heard of this?
No.
Started in 1997, went till 2000. It was basically 6 degrees of separation. It was kind of like MySpace and Facebook, where you just link your friends and they know these many people and things like that. It was short-lived, but
Never heard of that.
then there was makeoutclub.com.
So this all started as dating stuff, it seems like.
I don't think 6 degrees was. I think it was.
Makeout Club probably, though.
I wish I'd known about Makeout Club. I didn't know about that back then. I could.
This says it catered to youth.
This is like to meet mutual friends.
I could have used that in '98. That would have been fun.
When did you have internet in your house all your childhood?
Oh no. I mean, I don't even think the internet was really available until probably, I don't know, 99.
Yeah. So do you remember getting it for the first time?
Oh yeah.
And you remember it too? Y'all both remember? Do you, Trey? You're
I didn't have internet in college.
I don't. No, I don't. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember the day like, guys, we have internet now. I don't.
Yeah.
But you guys about the same age, right?
Yeah.
So you've had social media your whole childhood.
I think my senior
No.
year, I think people had AOL. Like I remember people having
dial up.
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like, maybe it was 98, maybe 99. Yeah. Like I remember I was out of high school.
I remember when we got a cable modem at our house. That was a big day. And I remember the guy sitting in front of our computer And he goes, name any website. And my dad goes, ESPN.com. And the guy types it in. And he goes, watch this. And he hits enter. And it takes like 6 seconds to load. And we were like, oh my God. We thought it was the fastest thing in the world. But we had AIM.
And I can use the phone.
And a phone at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, life-changing thing that was.
Yeah.
But AIM was big. AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, did you get home from school?
Yeah.
Just fire the thing up?
Yeah, and then I'd say that transitioned to MySpace.
Yep.
And then at the time,
You remember Zynga? Were you ever on Zynga, dude?
I had a very active Zynga that I'm embarrassed about.
Come on.
That I've looked for and I can't find it, thank God. But I had some thoughts. 6th grade, I had things to say, dude.
Oh, I wish you could find it.
They were not good. Please don't look for them.
If you can find it, please
Just don't
send
please,
it to me.
Genuinely, do not do that. And then by the time we got to high school, you were just starting to be allowed to have a Facebook because it wasn't open to the public yet, but they had just opened it up to high schoolers. So I remember that. And then by the time college, it's the Wild
Twitter.
West, dude. Everybody's doing everything. But we've seen kind of the whole
We were
growth
there,
of it
man.
like that.
Yeah, and you were probably paying attention to it because you were using it. Where we would not have been. We were just kind of like, oh, okay.
I
remember having to get a MySpace page for comedy.
Yeah.
Like that's like when I started, I remember, we didn't even have, I mean, dude, it's crazy. YouTube wasn't even a thing when I started comedy. So
YouTube came in 2005.
You still got a MySpace music account where you're yelled at by clowns on here. Similar artist, Ron Funches. How about that?
I just saw him.
When I started at the TV station I worked at,
You always accept cookies?
you asked me that
I'm
before.
50-50. Sometimes I go, no.
I
Sometimes
trust
I'm feeling
MySpace.
generous.
Yeah, I trust Justin Timberlake. I trust what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'll accept
I
it.
always try to say no.
I actually thought about that one. I don't know why I hit accept.
Yeah.
It just felt right to do it in the moment.
I have no idea what it is at all.
I don't really know either. And I never know what to do. I want to just accept it. I'll accept it. Sometimes I'm like, if I got some time, I'll go in there and figure out how not to accept it. But then the one thing says you have to, well, it's the ones that we need to run the thing. You're like, well, y'all never needed them before, but now I guess you need cookies. Like, So I don't even believe that. And then,
It's all a scam. They just want your data. I mean, that's all it is.
Well, some stuff
Yeah.
you need the cookies to operate. That's literally the way it's not a scam. If you want whatever your website you're using to remember information that you've inputted, like on a previous page or something like that, that's how cookies work.
so you don't have to redo it every time.
Yeah, so stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. It's all everything.
That's what
everything's
cookies
bad.
is. Yeah.
Everything is bad, though. I mean, it's all about getting your information.
Yeah.
They remember it for you, but for them.
Come on, Desi, we're having a good time over here.
We are having a good time, but just, it's a scam.
Well, when I started
Come
the
on,
TV
guys.
station,
Come on, guys. We can have a good time, but live in reality.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, isn't TikTok getting canceled because of this? Because they're like,
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
finally, we got a little bit of freedom of information out here, and they're like, let's take it away.
oh, I thought it was because we're getting spied on or something.
No, it's for the
Oh.
exact opposite.
Yeah.
because Dusty, it's
No,
for the
no,
exact opposite
Well,
reason.
that's
According to my TikTok videos.
Like, what?
Well,
It's-
that's what they tell you,
beg to
right? They
differ.
they go, we're protecting you, but
Yeah.
go eat some McDonald's, but we're protecting you. You know what I mean? They're like, they don't protect us anywhere else, but they're like, oh, we're protecting you now. Even Mark Zuckerberg now is like, hey guys, remember when I said we weren't hiding information? Well, we were, and now we're not going to do it anymore. So I don't trust any of these social media things. So I don't trust TikTok any less
Yeah.
than I trust the rest of them. I mean, come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Come on,
guys.
guys,
I
who
mean,
are we
guys,
kidding
Get
here?
it together. I mean, I don't mean to bring it to a halt here, but I just need you guys to know.
Yeah.
I think we all.
They're all spying.
I think we all know. Yeah. That's the cookies.
Yeah.
well, anyway, this story's not that good. I've been trying to tell it for
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I-
but now it's
sorry.
No,
sorry.
but
No,
he did
I want to
it-
hear.
yeah,
I wanna hear.
Dusty did us a favor.
he did do it. as a favor. When I started at the TV
Oh, God. It's about you?
let's move on.
No,
No,
what
no,
is-
I do.
now we
I
got to
do
hear
wanna
it.
hear
I want to hear it.
I do want to hear it.
You started a TV station.
1995.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The internet was just becoming a thing.
You heard rumblings about it.
Yep. And the guy who worked at our TV station was smart enough to buy the domain for newschannel5.com. Now, there's a News Channel 5 in every city in America.
Yeah.
But he was the one, he got it first. So if you look at the ABC affiliate here in town, they're WKRN.com. If you look at the NBC, they're WSMV.com. But we're newschannel5.com.
Wow.
Because of that guy.
And he didn't. That's crazy. Did he ever get anything for that?
He never sold it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he bought it in behalf of the station. His job was whatever role was to do things like that.
Oh.
But good on him for
Good on him. Yeah.
Smart enough to buy it, but not. He should have bought it for himself.
Yeah.
Sold it to me.
Well, yeah, he should have. Maybe he did. Maybe he realized, oh, that was such a good move, and then maybe he did buy other kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I keep trying to buy Hello Folks.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you should. I shout out. I have TreyKennedy.com because my dad bought it when I was like a toddler.
Oh, really?
Your dad was thinking ahead.
Yeah, dude. That's like my dad's like the ultimate repair guy, but he bought me and my
2012.
sister. He just bought our names just in case.
You know, that's funny because that is BrianBates.com.
$120 for BrianBates.com. Oh, it got taken.
It's taken. You
But
got
it's-
it?
Is that you, Brian? Is you BrianBates.com?
Do you own it?
I'm brought back
Can you
comedy.
can you buy that?
This is a gig, we can probably get it for $120.
Hmm.
You
But
should
it
go
is
for it.
taken.
Yeah, why don't you go get it?
Sure.
Yeah.
See, it's not being used right now. Somebody's
Yeah.
just sitting
That's
on
all
it.
you.
Yeah,
man.
they're waiting, boy. He goes, not yet.
Wait, what's your
Because I give you
website?
$120. He
7-Eleven?
goes, no, I'm
Somebody
holding out.
saw him
Everywhere
blowing up
comedy.
and they bought it.
They bought it. That's what they did.
What do we think?
Now
What do we
it's-
think?
Yeah, AaronWeber.com.
Same guy bought it.
Yeah.
I
This
wonder.
guy's
I
a
wonder
fan of
if
the
that's
pod.
really real, or if you get down to it, he's like, actually, the guy
Yeah.
he Googled you, and
I don't think it's real.
10
We
grand.
had to go get something for me. I had
Do you have
Nate
Nate
Bargatze.
Bargatze?
I have Nate Bargatze. But because fortunately, it's like when you get it, my name's so
Yeah, there you go. Well,
yeah.
that's not
My
another
domain is
$20.
taken. I will sell it for $120.
This guy's pretty confident. He
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
can get
guy-
you any site. For
I'm a great
$125.
negotiator.
Yeah.
Give me Nate's number. I'll call him up.
Yeah. But I would, when I got mine, it's like it would. No one would have even grabbed mine.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty unusual last name.
NateBargatze.fun for
Yeah.
$2.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah. Some other ones that are
tickets,
meaner.
Not fun.
Yeah. So mine was easy to get because no one would have got it. Nateland. We did. We had to go do some negotiating for Nateland.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. He knew what he was doing.
We should have hired him.
Nateland. I was trying to get Nateland
Yeah.
before Nateland was even started. I was already kind of trying to find Nateland, and it was taken. And then, so I always kept an eye on it. Then I always try to keep looking at it and like seeing it. And then we just went. We went and just did it recently, right? And the guy, and we got Nateland.com, and they're like, you're kind of hoping like they don't know. And they're like, does he know? And they go, oh, he knows. And you go, golly. And then you got to just pay a price. Wasn't $120.
No.
Yeah. Believe
I think that's
Well,
just
maybe
to
you
get you
didn't use.
started.
Should have used this guy.
Yeah, this guy could have got it for you for $120.
Yeah, that was the mistake.
That's nice. He's got his rate.
DustySlay.beauty for
Yeah.
$2.
I have DustySlay.com.
You did?
Yeah.
What would it take? Would you sell it?
Yeah. I mean, I'd sell it for. It'd
I
take a
wonder
lot,
if it
but I'd
is.
sell
I
it.
wonder if people. It's smart to buy your kids' names.
It's called domain squatting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
let's
really?
not put it. Well, yeah. Maybe I'll go do it after we record this podcast.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
Oh yeah, you got to do it. We got to do it by Wednesday.
Before it comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, better hustle.
Yeah.
Unless they make you do cookies or something.
Well, I accept them. I've accepted that the scam is out
Accepted
here.
defeat,
There's a certain amount I have to accept. There's no point fighting it, but you just be aware of it.
Yeah.
You know that you're being had, but you
Mhm.
just. That's what I'm saying. Like they take your picture every time you go to the airport. Now they're taking your picture.
That freaks me out a little
But
bit.
it's like, what are you going to do? You can refuse. You can refuse a lot of stuff at the airport, but it's a hassle. And they want to make it a hassle. But it's like, do you need to take my picture every time? I gave you a driver's license and I'm standing right here.
Yeah.
You don't need to take the picture.
Where do they take your picture?
When you're going to check in.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
a quick, they say, oh, we delete it every time.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
of course you did.
like in the security?
yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think I even realized that they took your picture.
every time.
I guess I
Pre-check.
do.
Not every
remember, yeah.
airport, but
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of them now.
And it's fairly new, but yeah, it's like, yeah, they're doing it every time. And it's like, you could fight it. You could say, I don't want that to be done, but they'll make it really hard for you.
Yeah.
But they know you have to catch a flight. And
Yeah,
you're gonna go.
exactly.
All right, I'll do it.
You got but you should think of my flight ain't till tomorrow, brother. I got nothing
I
but
came here early
time.
for this.
He goes, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Because I don't like the X-ray machine that you got to stand in, for various reasons. But so you have TSC pre-check and you don't have to do it. But if you get randomly selected, you got to stand in it. And I've refused before, but you're very polite. You just go, I'd rather have the pat down. I don't want to stand in the thing. And they just make it such a big deal that you're like, if finally, after a few times of me saying no to it, finally I'm like, I'll just stand in the middle. I'll just take the radiation. Just hit me with it. You know what I mean? I don't want you.
Who needs those last 2 years of life?
Yeah,
you
they
know?
just get you. They try to embarrass you out there to
Yeah.
the point where it's like, all right,
Yeah.
just do it.
So MySpace launched in 2003. By 2006, it was the most visited website on the planet. And then by 2008, Facebook had passed it. And I read why they thought that was. And a MySpace executive said that they had a 3-year advertisement deal with Google for $900 million. And it said while it was a short-term cash windfall, it handicapped them in the long run because it required MySpace to place even more ads on its already heavily advertised space, which made the site slow, more difficult to use, and less flexible. And MySpace could not experiment with its own site without forfeiting revenue, while Facebook was rolling out a new clean site design, which is kind of talked about in Social Network.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Because the MySpace guy he sold and he got
Tom?
out. Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
He just went and he's just like
He's just
travels
hanging
the
out
world
now, right?
taking photos.
He's
Yeah.
just living the best life imaginable.
He made like
He-
$500 million. He's
Yeah.
just chilling.
Yeah, and he just was like,
he just never
I'm
worked
good.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like in his 20s, I
Yeah.
think. It's crazy.
How old is he now? Oh, he's probably our
40s.
age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah, it's probably
maybe
right.
40?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was born in 1970.
54. All right.
Yeah.
Off a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's probably like I wonder if
Yeah.
if you would even really know
He
him.
looks young.
I only really know that one picture of
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
where
He
he's
did
at the
start it when he was
whiteboard.
33.
Yeah.
So,
He looks
Wow.
like Jack Johnson a little bit.
So where does say he's at right now? He's just doing nothing. He's got to be doing something.
Yeah.
He was Aaron's age when he started, and now he's basically
you see his
my age.
Instagram. He's just
Oh,
takes he's like a photographer. Let's
Yeah.
please be right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. He's just jumping out of a plane.
Just living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just doing what, if you were a kid and somebody said,
You got
you got 500 million
Yeah.
and you just living that life.
and he
So
goes, all right, I'm gonna do it.
So you guys missed the MySpace a bit. You guys were a little older and didn't care.
No, I was
you were-
in MySpace.
But
It was-
you weren't like we were in school, I would imagine, like stressed out over my top 8 friends. and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
No, we were. I do
Aaron
remember.
still has one.
Yeah.
You update your age, Aaron.
I got pretty
I
into it.
do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I got very into it, and it was. I do very much remember when you had your top 8 friends, like who you put in there,
Mhm.
and it was a big deal. And it would even be when I was doing it would be a little politically driven in the fact of like shows.
Yeah.
So you're doing it on, like you're doing it as this comic that you're hanging out with, and like so I do remember worrying about that, and like that mattered.
Aaron,
wait, what?
someone said that your MySpace page says if Notre Dame wins the national championship, you'll pay off your student debt.
That's been in my comedy bio for years now.
Oh, okay.
And it's been a funny line because we haven't come close. And now we're one win away from.
That's why you're not sure if you want them to win.
Yeah, why would you even make that as a thing,
What do you mean?
as a bet?
Where does it
It's
say
Oh,
not
there
an
it
that?
is, right
actual
there.
bet. It's just like a little
Yeah.
line at the end of my biography.
Yeah.
He graduated from Notre Dame, still owes them thousands of dollars. He promises to pay them back when they win the national
Oh,
championship.
okay.
There it is.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just a stupid.
Yeah.
How
little
close
thing.
are you? Not a number, but how close do you think you are?
This thing with these loans is you feel like you're paying it off, and then you look and you're like, God, I haven't made a dent in this thing.
You might say that the loans are a bit of a what's the word?
Ponzi scheme.
A
Scam?
scam.
No, no, because I took out the loan when I was 18 and I was aware of what I was doing.
Right.
I had full consent when I took out the loan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
but
I never thought they're scamming me.
But even now, you're like, you feel like you're paying it off, and then you're like, oh,
not
no,
going
I'm still.
But that's just how interest works. I can pay
But it's-
off more than the amount and knock out the principal.
But you would say that you're probably I bet you are smarter than a lot of 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are not aware of the amount of interest that are on these things.
I would not be aware.
When you're
Yeah.
18, you're a legal adult. When you sign a contract.
But it could be legal.
I agree.
But still be a bit of a
they're
scam.
100% taking advantage of people.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I've never denied that.
That's
Yeah, you're
But I don't-
for it, Aaron.
yeah.
You've always been, with the State Farm thing, with all the fire stuff, you thought that's a good move by State Farm.
That's right.
They timed it well.
You quote, you go, I mean, how good are they? That's what, as we talked about the fires and how bad it was, you called me and go, I tell you what, State Farm, top of their game.
No one's saying this.
Top of their game. They
called
perfectly
capitalism.
did. Yeah. Greg Garcia's got a great State Farm story, which he might stop. He might be coming through at some point. I'll
Okay.
let him tell it.
Okay.
Very funny.
Yeah, but tuition should be higher. I've always said that.
Yeah.
Weed them out.
Yeah.
It is
Did
like
you go to college, Trey?
Weed them out.
Oklahoma State,
Oh yeah.
folks. Yeah, I stayed in the state to
Justin Smith.
save some money.
Been on this podcast. He's a comic.
Oh, really?
He didn't. I don't think he didn't go to OK State. But
He's
a big
the
OK
biggest
State fan.
Court
Oklahoma State
McCown.
fan.
Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
Court
Right.
McCown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but my whole family went. Cousins, sister, parents, aunts, uncles. It's a big deal. So big fan.
Yeah.
Had a rough year. What's it like?
Growing up
'Cause
in Oklahoma, and you say you want to be an influencer, probably not taken too well.
No, I mean, I didn't really grow up thinking I'd do this, but I started to do it in college, and I did. We lived down the street from my grandma and
Mhm.
grandpa. We grew up Southern Baptist, all that, and I was home from college, and I'd kind of doing all these videos, and my grandma, she like called me down the street. She's like, I need to talk to you. And we're sitting in her like rocking chairs on the front porch. She's like, Trey, someone at church, she came up to me. She asked if you were gay. And I was kind of laughing. And my grandma was like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
She's like, you're doing these videos. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
more of the vibe where people around me were just like, I guess he's gay now.
Yeah.
Really getting these videos. I mean, you think of, I went to college at Oklahoma State. I was, speaking of social, I don't know if it's on the list. You know Yik Yak?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, I remember Yik Yak.
You were in college with Yik Yak.
Now, I want to hear how it was for you. It was the worst thing to happen to our
Are y'all the
college.
exact same age?
33?
Yeah, I graduated college. I was high school. I was 11, college 15.
Okay, you're a year younger than me.
You're younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Yik Yak
I
comes
just said
out.
32.
If you don't know what if you don't know what that was, it was like an anonymous localized Twitter feed. So basically, like if you posted to it, only the people in this radius of 10 miles would see it, and it'd be anonymous. So
Oh,
you
I
could,
like that.
so well,
He goes,
unless
dude.
You've been doing a version of that for quite a while. Walkie-talkie. He goes,
but in college, I'm in a college town. It's a small, big school, but small town. And Yik Yak gets going. I'm going on Vine, and I'm at the top every day with just roasting me, just
Yeah.
brutal.
Oh, really?
He thought it was the opposite. No, I mean, I was, I'm grateful looking back because I was early to everything, but I was making these videos and I was just getting bullied mercilessly. These Yik Yak every day. My buddies. It's like the rule thing where like my buddies are trying to support, but they'd like pull it up. They'd be like, Trey, don't look at Yik Yak today. They're like losing it, but they're like, this is super mean. We even did, there's like I was in this like theater show thing that the fraternities and sororities did. So I got up and I would sing my like lead part and I get off and everyone gets on Yik Yak. It's like, Trey Kennedy sucks, Trey Kennedy. Within 30 seconds, my whole crew's laughing. I'm like, what's happening? But
Wow.
what was your Yik Yak experience?
It was mostly just people saying really bad things about girls.
that
Yeah.
it was
To the
that
point
was
where it
popular.
like,
Me and
it
them.
was
yeah.
extremely bad.
So-
and I heard
yeah.
that it was like it became popular in high schools too. I can't
Oof.
imagine how bad it is for high schools
Oh,
to have just an anonymous place where you can just say whatever about.
yeah.
Because
Do
the way
whatever.
it worked is you would read them and you'd either up or down vote it. So if the top, you'd load it and it'd be the top post. So it's just a bunch of people around being like, we hate this guy.
Yeah.
So the girls at OK State were very thankful for you.
Yeah, they were. Like, at least I'm not. I'm like 4, but Trey's got the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took the brunt of it.
Shout out.
Yeah,
but it was good.
I mentioned this before.
You knew what it was?
I'm about to say why. I
Oh.
mentioned this in a previous episode. A few years ago, my buddy bought it and brought it back.
Oh, wow.
Yik Yak.
I
Yeah.
remember you talking about. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's the
Wow.
update on that? Do you know?
I think he may have already sold it. He's one of these that buys companies, tries
Yeah.
to do whatever, and then sells them off. But they put in a lot more parameters to
Right.
keep people from bullying.
It's a
other
creative
people.
idea, but it went south quickly
Yeah.
for sure. Because I remember, like with anything, it started kind of cute and fun. Like, this person has a crush on this person.
Yes.
And then
It did it
boy,
very
then
quickly
one person goes,
devolved.
Trey Kennedy should kill himself. And then it's like 1,000 upvotes. Like,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
It is the upvotes on anything that get you. The likes are the upvotes on any. You see a negative comment about yourself, and you're like, ha ha ha. But then the likes are upvotes.
Yeah,
you're like,
that's
oh,
what stings. Like,
this
oh,
many
one
people?
person thinks that.
Yeah, this
No.
many people like this statement.
And they
Yeah,
didn't want to,
yeah.
they go, I just didn't want to type it.
Yeah,
But I
Somebody
agree
goes,
with what he's
"But I-"
saying.
yeah.
But I totally agree.
Someone said it finally.
If,
Oh, yeah.
what
Looks like they
what
did a
does it mean when it
strike
says, when you get ratioed?
That's when you have more comments than like likes
Yep.
on it. So more people are making fun of the post than like engaging
Usually
with it in a
negative.
positive
Oh.
way. Yeah.
got ratioed.
It got ratioed, so that means they're making fun of your post. So they don't agree with your post, or they.
Yeah,
Right.
it's kind of like instead of your post didn't incite a lot of likes and shares, it incited thousands of comments saying
You're an idiot.
you're an idiot.
Yeah. All right.
Is that still good engagement?
Well, it's yeah. I mean, I don't get ratioed, but there's a lot of people who make a living by just
Yeah,
rage
for
baiting
sure.
you.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
on X. I mean, people are getting ratioed all the time.
Mhm.
Ton of followers.
And where do you get? Are you making your money? Where do you think you make your money from? YouTube or all of it, or
Yeah, so
TikTok?
it's interesting. Like the
Live shows.
touring's great, but
Yeah.
I'd say it's kind of like 50-50, my socials versus the touring.
Mhm.
And then of the 50 on social, I mean, it's like brand partnerships.
yeah?
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
that's,
Yeah,
where they,
yeah.
I've got a few
Yeah.
going right now. They're like, hey, we're hey, we're doing this holiday campaign for Amazon's products.
Yeah.
Make a sketch including it. We'll pay you. So
Yeah.
that's what I was doing when I was figuring this stuff out, and kind of like, I can't believe I can pay the bills doing this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it turned into a fan base, which turned into selling tickets. And
And
been
then when
awesome.
you
Did you ever
when
get
you
t-shirts?
did I ever sell
No,
t-shirts?
did you ever get t-shirts? It's a joke.
uh,
Yeah, I'm joking.
did
How's your
No,
merch game?
yeah.
How's your merch
I-
game?
well,
That's what we're
it is a
saying.
funny story. Back in the day on Vine, of course, they hit up all the Vine kids like, you should do merch.
Mhm.
And I was clueless. I was like 19, and I'm like, okay. And they just sent me some corny merch that just like had my face on it. And I'm like, buy my merch. Yeah, oh, Yik Yak. I'm going, nah, I was
yeah.
just
Selling
like, yeah.
merch.
What are you, an idiot? You know? But yeah, I see Yik Yak here. They put in the parameters, no bullying. They're saying, I
That's
saw in that
cool.
article, they were like, race.
If you
All
had
right,
if you
all
had
right.
made the shirts anti Trey Kennedy shirts, you might have really cleaned
Ooh.
up.
See,
in
you know,
college.
I
Ooh.
should have leaned
That's
Yeah.
a
into
solid
it
Yeah.
move right
Yeah.
there.
yeah,
and just like do a burner account. Be
Yeah.
like, screw this guy.
Yeah.
And just
Buy my
Do you think a
Sure.
lot of
PayPal.
so when Vine
Yeah.
went away? Do you think there was probably a good bit that people just dropped off and it was over?
Yeah, that's what I've always said. I have a kind of I'll never do this, but someone should do this. Just find those Vine kids who were killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess those who disappeared and those who didn't, because like the Paul brothers were Vine
Yeah.
kids.
Bo Burnham, I remember.
Bo
Burnham. Chris D'Elia kind of popped on Vine. I mean,
Yeah.
he was still on Netflix and stuff, but
Yeah, yeah.
he was big on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Sean Mendez got discovered.
Wow.
Trailer Trash Tammy.
Taylor Travis Tammy.
What about like those social houses? Do you have stuff on that?
Oh man,
Mm-mm.
that was a TikTok movement. But
Yeah.
that was just those like the weird TikTok's moved away from this a bit, but it was really really big. Everything on there was just like dancing and being like a hot boy or girl,
Mhm.
and so they just throw them on a house and all be.
And they like
Hot
live
together.
there. So
Yeah.
it's like that Big Brother.
It would be like an investor, kind of a slimy
Yeah.
investor guy. Be like, guys, look, you get to live in this LA mansion. that cost $100,000 a month to rent for free.
Yeah.
And in return, I get you brand deals and I take most of the money.
Yeah. 70% of your brand.
Yeah.
And you're just
It's like-
making videos for that.
Yeah. So
So
they
you
got
thought about-
bang energy, shaking their hips or whatever they're doing.
You thought about setting one of those up?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I have you all here today.
That's what you're
That's
gonna
real.
ask us.
The worst
Real
content house of all time.
Real soulless
Every
kind
post,
of
he's
stuff.
like, "That's another scam. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that."
Just soulless kind of stuff.
Of course. Yeah. It's the,
Oh,
worst. The worst.
No, what you're talking like the content house?
So aren't you glad it's
Yeah.
going away? Do you feel like TikTok?
And it's gross too because they're all like teenagers.
Yeah.
they don't know what they're
Isn't there a
doing.
documentary or something about one? I think right.
There was, I think, a
it's on
Netflix doc
Netflix.
on those.
Yes, and
Didn't look good for those people.
I think it's like the parents trying to go get their daughter back or something, and she's in this house, and then it's like,
Oh, that was a legit cult.
Yeah,
one.
that was a
Oh.
legit cult about
and
it.
that's ongoing. Those
Mhm.
they're still in it, man.
And boy,
Oh, really?
can they dance.
oh, they're still
the
in
guy
it.
can eye some talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still in there.
Facebook now has over 3 billion monthly active users. That's
So Facebook's top.
37% of the world's
Facebook's
population.
the top, and
Yeah.
no one's even close. If,
don't
if
think
Facebook
so.
and Instagram are the same thing
Same
Both owned by
company.
Meta.
parent company.
by
Yeah.
Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then so it's them too, and then that's like, yeah,
Well, they also own WhatsApp, which is
I don't.
huge.
yeah.
It's not super big in the U.S., but all over the over that's how they
I think
communicate.
2
with each other.
billion, I think I read
It's
for WhatsApp.
crazy.
Oh wow,
Huge in India and stuff like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
On Instagram, I looked up the top influencers on Instagram who has the most followers. There's 2 separate pages, one just for soccer players and one for everybody else.
Wow.
It's like 8 out of the top 10 are soccer players. Ronaldo is first,
Mhm.
Messi second. He's also the biggest on Facebook.
Who's the other ones? The like in
Soccer players, I don't know, but Selena Gomez was,
yeah.
I think,
I
number
know.
1 non.
One is because I've looked this up because it's fascinating. One's a cricket player.
Mhm.
So that's real big in India.
Oh,
so he's got
wow.
like 200 million followers. We would have
Wow.
never heard of him. It's
I think probably
Yeah.
way more than that because do you have what Messi has?
Messi's got
Ronaldo
500 or something.
Ronaldo has 647 million.
That's insane.
followers. Messi has 504 million.
Jeez.
I mean, when that many followers, I mean, it's really funny because you have to go like you really can't just post something. You're
No, you can like
It affects the
influence
world.
whole
Yeah.
economies.
yeah. It's you have to kind of, and it's I mean, that's so crazy.
Well, do you
man.
remember years ago, Kylie Jenner did some offhanded little tweet or something like, does anyone use Snapchat anymore, LOL? And their stock price
Whoa.
tanked that day.
Whoa.
So I'm sure she had a
Yeah.
talk with her team, but it's like they do have that impact. It's frightening.
Yeah, that's insane.
And she knew what she was doing. She had shorted the stock.
That's why I can.
And then-
yeah, I could see her doing that.
That's why I can say the things that I say because nobody's listening to me.
Right.
You know
It's
what I mean?
great.
I can
Yeah.
call everything a scam because nobody cares.
yeah.
They're like, that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
he's about to lose his biggest
well,
following.
It's crazy to think though, like if you got Ronaldo or Messi, some of these guys. So if they became more like Dusty, I
They
mean,
would
you're
ch-
in some big trouble.
They would change the world in a positive way.
Yeah, yes. They would change the world in a positive way. But you could be in some big trouble as like because it's just too many.
Yeah, they would delete their accounts right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
shut them down.
Man, that's pretty
Silence
interesting.
Yeah.
So Kylie Jenner had the most liked Instagram post ever. It was a picture of her daughter. This was in 2019. And then an account, World Record Egg, posted a photo of an egg with a specific purpose of getting more likes, and it did it.
Yeah, was that with Tank Sinatra? You know,
Yeah,
you
did
know
do that?
Tank.
You know, Tank's a fan of you. I see him comment.
No,
on stuff all
I
the
know
time.
Tank.
Okay.
Yeah. He's great. I thought he did the egg thing.
I
He
don't
does
know.
influencers in the wild too,
Right.
which is
You might
good.
have.
I think the followers on YouTube is Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, he dominates, man.
Yeah.
Where do you make the
Doesn't make
most money?
sense.
Which one would you make the most money on?
Like
Like if you told someone that was starting, like if someone's young and they want to be a content creator, where
TikTok.
would you tell them to focus?
YouTube. If you figure out YouTube and you're getting views every video, you're making a lot of money.
So if someone's young and they want to do it, it's like, and YouTube's probably it's pretty safe. like as far as it not going away or anything. You
Right.
know? It's like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Seems like they can't go away.
No.
TikTok's a big.
But your stuff can go away on that platform though, because
That-
they have pretty strict guidelines.
Yeah, I
and
get
stuff,
that, but
right?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying if you want to hang your hat and really put in the work, you don't want to put it in to go because it's hard because like you get Vine, like everybody's like, oh, I just figured Vine out. You said you had 3 million followers on Vine,
Yeah.
and then it's all new. You don't really know what this even thing is, and then they're just like, it's gone.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, and then you got to be a real business that you got to go. It's happened with comics. Being COVID was a big thing with like it was if you didn't figure out how to keep going,
Right.
a lot of comics people it hurt a lot of people because they stopped being funny and creating or whatever it was. So I would think that's how all that other stuff. So you'll be able to the TikTok news when you heard it, were you like upset or you just kind of like
I'm just kind of
Yeah, you're like,
whatever. It is
whatever.
what it is. I would say if they were like Instagram's on shut down, I'd be a little more like, oh, I gotta figure some stuff out. But
yeah.
TikTok's still important. It's gonna affect me, but yeah, I mean, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And luckily, I got all the stuff moving, so it's fine. But yeah, it's crazy.
Did it make you like with TikTok going away? Is like doing the live shows and doing that stuff. Is it makes you kind of dive into that more? Like you're like, all right, I don't want to be held. Because what I love about stand-up comedy is doing it, but it is you're selling tickets. And so what's great when I have it now, even trying to make movies or whatever you're trying to go do, you can go and go like, well, my career is based off just people coming to see me, and like which is you're able to like go like, well, I'm a direct
right
to this person.
Oh, 100%.
You're not relying on.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's 100%. I've always done like well enough, which is great and grateful, but just relying on like McDonald's to call me and pay me. You know, I've been able to do it consistently, but that was never. I always wanted a thing, and so trying the live shows and that, like enjoying that and getting that to work, it's a huge piece of mind.
I think
like if I didn't have that, I'd be like.
I think live stuff is going to be. I think that's live stuff is going to just keep going through the roof.
Going.
And you're gonna, because I was like, I've been thinking about it a lot, like, because everybody's like, all right, you look at like TV, social media probably hurts TV, movies. I don't think people still like to watch a whole movie and be kind of taken it, and a movie can take you out of it, but social media, all this times you would watch TV is usually you're eating, you're around the house, you're doing this, all this kind of stuff. And sometimes social media is kind of like taking that away, the kind of nonsense, like just flipping and zoning out for a second and enjoy it. All purpose. My whole comedy is nonsense. I'm not trying to say there's a purpose, but it's, but live stuff is now because people want to go do something.
Yeah.
And so they want to, and you can just go get to them, but it's like a weird. I don't think you can go down like a lot of like business in Hollywood or me. It's a weird thing that I don't think you can go down and like just completely jump on social media and be like, all right, we're going to just do this. That's a specific thing. If you stop doing social media, if I was like, all right, well, let's go make something with Nateland and do something, I would pull you. I would be like, well, I want you out. I don't want you to, because your brain for creating for social media should be different if I'm making a TV show with you.
Yeah.
Or a movie. Like it should be completely, because it's the mindset is,
right.
It's like writing a joke. When you write a joke, you have an opening, talking about closers and openers, you have an opening joke. It fits at the opening. Mm-hmm. You're like, it just feels like an opener. And so my mind works in that way for that. And then you have something at the end that's like, well, it fits in this way. So if you're like, hey, let's do something, you're like, I don't need you to do it like that anymore. I need you to do it. Be creative in this longer kind of way.
Right.
And I feel like I think sometimes people try to combine, they grab someone
sure
that can't create, can't do anything for a long time. And then they try to force them into a long form thing. Well, it's like, well, you're not training them to do it. You're like actually crushing that person that is a creative person, but you're making them do stuff that they can't, that they're not trained to go do. Just like a lot of comics are not trained, older comics, especially they didn't come up with it at all. We're not trained to go, have great big followings because we don't are like it wasn't
mindset,
the mindset to go do it. But you got to be able to go in and out of it where you have to, your mindset's got to be kind of different.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's shifted now, but Aaron and I have had these discussions before. I still have the mindset that TV is the biggest thing you could do. Get a sitcom or something like that. Whereas you've pointed out numerous times, there's so many bigger platforms online, social media, that's obviously a much bigger deal than any TV show you could have.
100%.
Right.
Like, we're my PR people are trying to set up a bunch of stuff and they're hitting me with this or that opportunity and some like whatever national TV news thing. Like, all right, that's good. But like being here,
You turn down the Today Show to do this.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, this is 1,000 times more
Because you have
helpful.
you have a
and
big
important.
special coming up.
Yeah, and so thanks for having me. I'm honored. Yeah,
Oh,
January 24th, Hulu has put my special up. So
Oh,
shout out to
right.
them. So
dude. Hilarious.
hilarious.
Who's making the big push?
Yeah, big push. That's
I mean,
awesome.
thank
They're
God.
really
'cause
getting it. Yeah.
Someone else needed to get into it. So yeah, that's
What's it called?
Grow Up.
Grow Up.
So it's.
All right.
Grow up, Dustin.
I'm excited. I shot it last April, so it's been quite a journey.
Yeah.
But we made it happen, and
It's
I'm
about
excited.
my
I'm
timing.
excited.
Mine was April. I shot last April, and then mine came out Christmas. And your when's comes out? January 24th?
January 24th.
Exactly 1 month. Yeah. There you go.
So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. I mean, you doing. It's always a good opportunity to get on certain shows, whatever. But
How
something like
you're-
this is.
Have you got a new hour?
I got off the road August because I had a daughter in September, so it was very off the road until I did some stuff in Kansas City, but I did my first kind of weekend in December.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to do this weekend, but I canceled. So I'm on the step one.
Of the
Build-
new hour.
Yeah. So
building new hour.
I'm building a new hour. I'm a little farther than that. So I'm a little bummed because I was like stoked for this weekend right before it came
'cause you
out
need it. Yeah,
to
yeah.
work that, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's good. Kansas City, there's a couple clubs there that are pretty great, and I'll hit up. Comedians let me hop on their shows and stuff, so
Yeah.
we'll work it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll let you. You can hop on one of our shows.
No, I appreciate it.
We got a show in 30 minutes.
Got a show in 30
hop on.
minutes.
I was in and out. I know the producer texted me, but I'm heading to the airport.
Oh, really? Oh, you're cutting like that. Yeah. Thanks for
I know.
stopping by.
Well, no, I mean, I wanted to come do. I did some other stuff. It's a great day, but got to get home But I would love to hop on a show when I'm back. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Good deal.
All right. Well, we'd love it. We're good, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
pitch some shows.
Yeah. I'll be Big Demise, big tour.
The big demise.
Yeah, and then DC Improv, that whatever date that was, January 26th. It's Julian McCullough, Derek Stroop, Joe Zimmerman. They're going to be with me when I'm there, and then they stay and do their own show on that Sunday. So go check that out.
January 25th.
Is it still recording though?
We're still recording these. We're just losing the lights, and
What about audio?
it won't be clean, but we're still getting signal.
Oh, okay. Like, what if we kept going? Is it fine?
Yeah, you can. It's just not going to sound as good for the last little bit of the episode.
Because you're just getting from the camera.
Yeah, we're just getting camera.
Oh,
notes.
okay.
Doing some show pitches, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
do the show pitches. Do the
Yeah.
kind of
Do the old-fashioned way.
kind of way.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Brian.
like a voice memo? Would that help a lot?
Yeah, you could. That actually is
I
not a
feel
bad
like the
idea.
audio
Sit
is
your
pretty
phone.
good. No, I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
No,
That'd be better than that.
Where you at,
I
Brian?
am not cruise.
I thought it would be trouble.
Yeah, dude, it was going to be fun to do it. Just say where you're at. We're doing this one. All right. You here, right?
I can't hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I like it even more.
You gotta wing it.
I think is it back now?
Yes, it's coming in now.
Check.
Check.
You can still record it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Dave, shut it down, Brian.
Didn't the power go out a lot on you?
Rolling. All right, we're back.
Okay.
Time, man.
We're back. I think we should leave all that in because that was
I think
fun.
so. That was
Yeah.
fun.
That was, it shows that it's real.
Yeah.
And
2
then
weeks
Trey
in a row.
had a good idea with the voice
Yeah,
memo. No one
comment if
asked,
that was a
but
good
he
idea.
did it.
He's a guest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want people to
I
know
don't
you're
know.
good in a tight spot.
Could you
know
send
what
this
I
to
mean?
me to edit?
I'd kind of like to
Yeah,
look it
he
over.
wants some real hands on it. Yes.
You just put
Next week it's just Trey. We're gone. He's and it's actually better.
Yeah.
You're like, well. Brian?
January 25th. I'm doing the Honest Fox Comedy Fest in Marietta, Georgia. We just added a second show, so
Let's
we'll do that. January 31st, I'm at Stardome in Birmingham. February 7th, I'm in Marion, Illinois. February 8th, Quinton, Virginia. February 13th, Winter Haven, Florida. February 15th, Cocoa, Florida.
Am I promoting?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, come see
Special,
me.
January 24th, Hulu special.
Yeah, watch it. Thank you all so much. I'll be in, check my site. I'm at a few dates over the few months. I'm in Louisville, February. March, I'll be in Orlando. I'll be in D.C. in April. Spokane in May. The Huntsville's going to be in June.
Oh, that's
Right.
Right.
This weekend, this is Aaron Weber. I'm going to Detroit, Michigan, the House of Comedy. One of the most unfortunate scheduling issues of all time. My show Saturday during the Lions game, which is in Detroit.
Oh,
Biggest
man.
Lions game in, I don't know, maybe
Since last
ever.
year. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll be there.
What are they going to do?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said I'm open to anything, any solution you want to have.
Just show the game.
Well, you have
Yeah.
just one show?
2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Oh, so just one
yeah.
will be a week. The rest will be good.
Well,
It's gonna be
Well, it's
That's
gonna be
wishful
they're
thinking,
both in
but
the game, right?
I'm excited to be there with all the excitement going on. Come out in Detroit. I've never been to Detroit. Never even opened for anybody in Detroit. I looked and saw. First time in the city. And then next week, we just added this in the main room here in Nashville. I'm doing Aaron Weber and Friends headlining Wednesday night.
All right.
You never know who's going to pop in. I got some friends. You never know who's going to pop in. You might see some familiar faces. So come on out Wednesday, January 22nd here in Nashville. Zany.
22nd?
The 22nd.
Okay.
You available?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the 21st.
You have a show the 21st.
That's Dusty's show, right? Dusty?
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, I got a show.
But it's sold out, right?
I don't know. Usually sells out. I got a show at Zany's on January 21st. The show does usually sell out.
Okay.
Here, the Dusty's Grand Ole Comedy Show. So get tickets. It's going to be a hot show. But this weekend, Night Shift Tour continues. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. That show is sold out. On Friday, on Saturday, I'm in Pensacola. There is some tickets available. Next week, Evansville, Indiana, and Indianapolis. Indianapolis, low ticket alert.
Oh, yeah.
But,
You got to let them know.
yeah, and then tomorrow I'll be on the Tonight Show. So
Yeah.
provided that goes well, my shows will continue. If it's a bomb, who knows? Maybe maybe it all ends.
Yeah, I got a low ticket alert this Saturday too, but it means a little different.
All right, yeah, we do the Nateland live show here every Monday. All right, Trey, thanks for coming up.
Yeah,
brother.
thank you,
So
Trey.
much fun to
So
meet
awesome.
you.
Check out
Hang
Grow
out.
Up Hulu.
Thank you.
Bro, Hulu. All right, we love you. Have a great week. Bye. Nateland is produced by Nateland Productions and by me, Nate Bargatze, and my wife Laura on the Audio Boom platform. Recording and editing for the show is done by Genovations Media. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week on the Nateland Podcast.